And those are going up Tuesday. I mean, no,
I haven't
Thursday. You said right?
we haven't figured out a day yet. We haven't figured out a day yet.
Okay,
Um.
sounds good. Good. That's the only question I got then.
Okay.
Um,
Let's get this going. That works. Hello and welcome to a podcast with no name yet, or the No Name Podcast. I am your host Ricky, along with my crap. I forgot to think of a name, code name for this. Oh well. Anyways, Manny and all stuff. We
Tick and
are
the Moth.
taking a what?
The Tick and the Moth. You never seen
The
that show?
ticking the moth.
Yeah, the Tick. It's like
Oh,
a
the
blue
tick.
superhero,
Okay, I know the
and then he
tick.
has the sidekick
I
the
know the
Moth.
tick. I know the tick. But when you
Yeah,
said the
his
tick and
sidekick's the Moth.
you said the tick and the moth, I was like, wait, I've only heard it as the tick. That's why.
Yeah, yeah. His
So,
sidekick's the Moth.
anyways, hello.
Okay.
For those who don't know, we are pretty much technically back. We have. It's been an interesting 2 weeks. I guess you can
It
say.
has. Okay.
If you haven't seen the previous two channel update videos that I've posted, we've had some technical issues and all that stuff happening the last couple of weeks, so we couldn't. Not only we weren't able to do the original episode 60, but also we couldn't do any other episodes or any content in particularly and all that stuff. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so, but we're back. Everything's back up and running again. We're all good.
What I did see was episode 50 made its way to Spotify. I saw that.
I was gonna mention that. Thank you for
That
spoiling
was
everything, Manny.
you're
Thank you for
welcome.
spoiling everything.
I was just so excited when I got that notification. Yeah.
Gosh, I
I was like,
swear,
we're
I
live.
swear. It's like we're getting to the stuff, and then he always has to spoil it and all that stuff.
It's like I know what you're gonna say. It's you.
Oh my gosh, not even that. It's just that you just do it out of the blue. I don't know this stuff. But for gosh, great. I had this whole thing, and he just ruins it.
First time back.
Oh my gosh, and all that stuff. But no, you can catch the podcast here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and many audio services that are available that could be available to you. Because as you don't know, to give you our first homecoming housekeeping update, audio listeners rejoice. Every single episode of the podcast is now officially on your audio podcast service. For those who didn't pay attention, Manny technically kind of spoiled it. Um, though I don't know why he mentioned episode 50 when
If one was I'm not gonna notification for 50.
it was episode 50 he mentions, but every single episode, every single episode up to now and everything is now officially on audio podcast services and everything. Those are finally we were able to get that done once I got everything back up and running again, and it's great to have that back up along with the new logo and all that stuff and everything. So that's the good thing. That is the good thing about that. So and especially and then starting now with this episode, there will now be day and date, same time. YouTube and the audio services will now be live at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then of course it'll first go to Anchor for the audio, but then hopefully more to the other services throughout the after that
It'll trickle out.
quickly. Yeah, it'll trickle out how it works and everything. No, Spotify should be instant though because since Spotify owns Anchor and all that stuff, that's a whole nother, but that's something else. Um, other than
That's all
that,
legal stuff.
yeah. Other than that, second thing of housekeeping, social media. We are preparing ourselves to somewhat ramp that back up in a way. We're starting on Instagram and all that stuff. Uh, if you haven't, if you haven't already, you should probably see a couple things from Manny coming soon and all that stuff. I'm not gonna say what they are yet and all that stuff.
Do I know what they?
Stuff. And of course,
I
you
know
know
what
what they are. You're the ones that told me about them.
they.
You should know these things. But keep an eye on that if you're following already following us on Instagram. If not, link is in the description below. Go to our page where it shows all our links to the Instagram and everything. TikTok we're giving that time. We're gonna figure things out with that one a little bit more.
Do we have a TikTok?
We have a TikTok.
Oh, we do have a TikTok.
We do
Okay.
have a
Do I
TikTok.
have a TikTok? I don't have a TikTok.
You have a TikTok. I have a TikTok. Um,
Yeah, but I don't post it.
you don't post on TikTok.
Who
I
posts on
agree.
TikTok?
I post on my own TikTok, which that will be
Yeah, we're
also
getting close to the camera, by the way.
that will be on
That
the
was kind
that will be in
of
the link in the descriptions below. Um, I didn't content outside the podcast that is still happening due to the facts of the technical difficulties. We weren't able to do that, but we will be doing that. We finally figured out something to get that going. There will be the tier list videos that we talked about in an earlier episode. Those will be kind of trickle. Those will start coming out soon. We just need to figure out a day to post them and all that stuff. And then other than that, we are planning on doing some other nice fancy stuff and all that stuff that
we still.
probably have talked about. That we're still trying to figure out. We're not going to talk about them yet. Manny's Instagram post will give out hints on those. I'll say that
Maybe.
and all that
Maybe.
stuff. And
My BTs.
but let's just say our first day back doing everything and all that stuff. We've already looking towards the future and everything. Stuff
Yeah.
for everything and all that stuff. But it all depends on you guys. It all depends on if you like the stuff and everything like that. We're trying to make sure because we do talk about a lot of things out and everything, but we want to make sure we want to make content specifically and all that stuff for that stuff on what it is and everything and what we can do to make you guys not only enjoy the podcast but also the other stuff we're going to bring out later in the future and all that stuff. Outside of that, my little thing, as you know, I stream on Twitch. Someone had to take a break. The technical difficulties also affected that too. So starting on the 6th of July, which would have been on a Tuesday, since this comes out on Wednesday, streaming has officially begun again. There is a schedule. I will put that in the description. I'll put that in the description below also to let you know of how the schedule works, and everything and all that stuff. I will be streaming on 2 extra days now. That's Tuesday and Thursday, along with the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's gonna be more variety to it and all that stuff and everything like that. And all that stuff. And we're gonna play some. I'm getting back into Mass Effect. We're gonna try a new game out on Sunday for Sundays and everything, and then of course the casual multiplayer BR stuff that we normally do with the boys and all that stuff if they're available. But of course we're gonna keep it going and all that stuff. I know I had a goal that was supposed to hit the end of June. Fortunately, we couldn't hit the goal, but that was because of technical difficulties. That goal will still continue, and that is that will last till the end of August, to make that going.
I think you should still give the viewers the reward.
No, I'm not gonna give.
I really got you halfway there.
I was one requirement, but I have to redo it now technically because everything's messed up. Well, 2 of them, it's halfway done.
All except the followers, right? You don't need the followers. You still got the followers.
I need the views. It's
the
views
that's what you need.
and all that stuff. And then now I haven't streamed in like a couple weeks. I have to redo
You need the hours.
I have to redo the other stuff. I think, and all that stuff. So that is for the goal. That is the goal, and all that stuff. To hit affiliate by the end of August. If we hit affiliate in the month of October, Resident Evil and all that stuff. I'll be playing the Resident Evil series in the month of October and all that stuff. But if you want to check that out, again, link in the description. Be cool to see you guys. See you guys talk in the chat. Don't forget to drop the follow if you're new, if you're dropping there for the first time. And I hope guys check you out and all that stuff. Hope to see you guys there. But other than that, am I missing anything?
Not that I know.
Okay.
So you got everything.
So good. So let's get this going. So not only is this episode going to be talking about what we're supposed to talking about originally, but also what's been happening in the past couple of weeks based off what we can remember.
Plus some more goodies.
And all that stuff. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a little event that happened in the beginning of June. And it's called E3. Now we had...
Never heard of it.
For those who don't know what E3 is, thank you, Manny. It is the Electronic Entertainment Expo, for the full name of what it is.
Why
Um,
does it have a three?
enter, oh, damn it. Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Okay.
What does each letter begin with?
Hmm.
Uh, and there's three letters, and there's three of them.
There's actually more
Stop,
E's in that
stop,
though.
stop, stop. It's talking about the first letter in general. Don't try to make it all. Oh my gosh, Manny. Anyways, other than that, oh wait, before we get into it, Manny, how you been? I forget all that stuff. How has your 2 weeks been? I was only talking because you were
I
cutting out.
I didn't know. My 2 weeks have been good. The jam packed, a lot of excitement and wonders that you guys will soon come to know. Don't know why I said it like that. Uh, I've been up to things that you guys will soon see, basically. Um, so yeah, no, I've been good. Been keeping busy, um, loving life, uh, living life, learning life. I've been good though. How about you? Have you been good?
A lot of stuff.
I haven't talked to you since the last time we recorded.
Fully conversation, like a full conversation.
That was a lie too. But
Yeah.
you know, you don't break KK.
Too late. We haven't had a legit conversation since the last podcast, but that's
Since last Wednesday.
in all honesty. Um, and no, I've been good. I mean, we've I say the I would say the incident which caused the computer to break was both I guess you could say a blessing and a curse and all that stuff.
Mm.
Uh, I've been able to get things done a little more, focus more on what I see like we've been able to focus more on what's this going to be, what's my other stuff and all that stuff and everything along with some other things I'm wanting to try out. Um,
You had like a mini Y2K.
not a Y2K, but it's just more of a. I'm excited. I'm getting like now that we're back, we're here. We supposed to. I'll be honest. We should have been started recording almost 3 hours ago, but we did not do that. But then again, that's just us in general.
We had a lot of stuff to catch up on.
I know that stuff, and and though like half of the stuff is we're gonna be supposed to be talking about in the podcast anyways. Um,
Yeah, half of it.
and
It's how it's sent.
but no, it's just like I'm like I think coming back, doing this, and is gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can figure out. Hopefully this helps us out. I have a schedule for streaming, surprisingly, and all that stuff, and I want it. And it's gonna be
Oh,
fun.
really? What is it?
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No. Now where can I view that?
Twitch.tv/I'm only Ricky. Link will be in the description below.
Good enough. Good enough.
And for that, and but I'm excited for that. See how that works because it's only for this month, but because that's just more the fact of me getting the feel of how to work. How to this is gonna be like something I want to a set schedule I want to keep doing
Yeah.
and all that stuff because it might change next month. For all
Yeah,
honesty.
Tuesday is a weird day.
Tuesday people stream on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I haven't posted recently, but I have been in because of the computer. But then like I have been able to do what I can by posting TikToks. It's nice seeing the growth on that. I mean, it's a slow growth,
You've been
but
posting a lot of TikToks.
it's been a slow growth and all that stuff. I mean, like I don't think I think I mentioned it when we first recorded this episode before everything broke down. But I gained like 200 or a little near 200 new followers and all that, and
Oh, on
everything
the TikTok?
on TikTok. So
Wow.
that's been fun. That's been fun
That is fun. That is
and all
fun.
that stuff and everything. So it's like
It's good enough.
people and it's like seeing people like the content, actually liking the content and all that stuff. Though it's just mostly gameplay clips and everything. Um,
Seeing people hate the content is pretty funny too.
huh?
I was like, seeing people hate the content's pretty funny too.
That I don't understand people half the time and all that stuff. It's just like seeing hate comments. Seeing hate comments is
The
just
weirdest hate comments too.
it's just
It's
strangest
not like,
thing.
yeah, it's
It
not even good hate comments. It's
yeah,
bad.
it's because it's like what made you like see this and comment on this and all that
Yeah,
stuff and everything. And it's like I will say this one thing. What's funny about most of those hate comments when you go on their profile, they have no content whatsoever.
no content, no photo, no followers.
No follower. Well, they have no my bad. They follow a lot of people, but they don't have enough. They don't have followers, or their account is set to private.
Yeah,
And it's just like, so are you just doing this because you think you get a whirlwind and all that? I normally just don't talk and reply back to it and all that stuff because you don't
mm,
deserve it and all that stuff. But there was one post I had one said I sucked and all that stuff and everything like that because I missed a snipe. I'm like, okay, that's not the point of the whole video, but okay. And then like everybody else in the comment, people I don't know at all and all that stuff, just happen to see my video on their for you page. Just go on him and just be like, why are you dissing this guy and all that stuff and everything like that. And it's just like that was kind of cool to see.
yeah.
That was actually kind of cool to see. So that's cool to see and everything like that. But though, like the only thing he keeps bringing up is that he sucks. He missed the snipe from close. I'm like, that's not the
Wait,
point.
is it the same dude?
It was the same dude. Like this from this post, it was the same. It was the same person that kept saying I sucked because I missed the snipe because it was close. But the thing, like, it's Fortnite and Bloom's a thing, and it's not. That's not the point of the video and all that stuff. The point of the video is just the fact that yeah, I missed the shot, but I didn't give up at the end of it.
You're still kidding.
it
Still down to.
yeah, no, it was a solo game. I killed him.
Oh, you kill him? Oh,
Mm.
I
So,
don't watch TikTok.
but yeah, of course you don't. All that stuff. Boy follows me. Doesn't even bother. Doesn't even follow. Doesn't even watch my stuff.
Do you watch my stuff?
Yeah, you don't even post. If you did, I would have.
Yeah, I do.
I don't see anything. I go.
Exactly. That's messed up. I don't post, but
I was
but
like,
if I did,
I would.
if I did,
I would watch it and like it to my
you
taste.
don't like my IG posts.
You don't post
No.
anything on IG. You do stories, and what's even more crazy about your stories? It's not even public most of the time.
Today's public.
I don't remember. I seen it, but I don't remember it.
You viewed it. Yeah,
I know. I was
because
like, I
RP.
and oh yeah. I remember. I took you long enough because I was surprised you didn't post that sooner.
Well, the thing was, when I heard about it, I was hella busy, and then also Columbus didn't post it until like a couple hours after. I was like, I'll just wait till Columbus,
It
like
was
their actual
it was
post,
announced in
so I
the
can
morning,
make
if
that
I remember
announcement.
correctly.
It was announced, but for IG, it was just easier.
Oh, so but anyways, but no, I'm excited to see what this stuff goes and see what happens with all our stuff. With the
It's gonna be
podcast, my stream stuff and everything, my streaming on Twitch and everything. Uh, well, that means will I have to do a separate YouTube channel? No, technically, not. We'll see. And all that stuff,
heavy.
maybe. We'll
Well,
see how this stuff goes here and see what
clips on it.
content works and all that stuff. But no, let's get into the rest of the stuff that we need to talk about. And I already mentioned E3. This is normally a yearly of gaming event where all the big stuff, big announcements of games and everything like that hasn't been the same in the last couple years with all that stuff. That's due to the fact of just game developers and stuff doing it on their own time and all that stuff, not thinking E3 is that big of a deal. Last year didn't occur because of COVID and everything like that. This year they decided to do a digital event. Um, I will say the overall weekend of that could have been better. I mean, there are bright spots and all that stuff like the Xbox Bethesda event that was cool. The Nintendo Direct that was cool to see and everything like that. Ubisoft's thing was not that bad for what they provided, but everything else was just more of like what
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But other than that, when we first originally talked about this, we had a discussion. I think this time we're just gonna get off on a few things, and I'm just gonna ask Manny this, based off what you've known, what you've seen, what you can remember. Um, Give me a couple of games that you're excited for about from what you saw that weekend.
BMX, snowboarding, paragliding
Riders Republic.
game. Riders Republic is dope as hell. Let me see here.
I believe you said it's.
Halo looked dope.
I believe
Huh?
you called it Splatoon with Tony Hawk.
I did. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Cause yeah, actually, yeah, it is. I'm glad Pascal said that. Yep. Because I don't remember the trailer. Uh, forgot the trailer. Yeah. Now that it was Splatoon with Tony Hawk. Uh, yeah, I really do think Splatoon with Tony Hawk. But you got bikes now as well, so that's the thing too. You also have snowboarding, so it's not just skateboarding, but it's dope as hell. Luke, can't wait to go play that game. There's also Halo, because Cortana gets killed, I think, maybe. But then she died. I don't know. Maybe it was natural causes. I don't know. I look into it. It looks fishy. Um, so we got the new girl. We got the side chick. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. What else is in Ratchet and Clank? I'm excited. They just did an update on the specs,
Wait, 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 wait,
so
wait, wait.
I'm excited to see what
Why
the
do you
spec
bring up a
update
game that was
is.
not shown at E3
Because I'm trying to stall for what I remember from E3. Uh,
on a
let's see here.
on a console you do not own yet?
No, I don't. See here. What else do I see? Trying to think.
After I told them in the group chat that I have a list of games to keep for reference.
Yeah, I didn't write it down. Uh, I honestly thought I would remember. I didn't. That's how busy I've been. You know. But I've been excited. I liked what I saw. Oh, Avatar looked dope. Avatar looks cool. Probably won't play it, but it looks cool. Um, from what I've seen, it looks really cool. That's about it, actually. Oh, Left 4 Dead. That looks dope as hell.
You
Can't wait
mean
for that.
you mean Back for Blood?
Yeah. Uh,
Give it the actual
Left 4
name,
Dead music.
please. Come on now.
I got the four right. I got the four right. Um, when you're dead, blood comes out. Back for blood. Back for, you're left for dead.
I love how you're trying to bring like
Uh,
these like simple descriptions and stuff
in
like that.
in order to come back, you
Stop. Just
first had to have left.
come on. Come on now.
Anyways, Back for Blood looks really cool. Can't wait for that. I can't wait for Rainbow Six's
Extraction.
mission extraction game.
It's a
That
game.
looked really cool.
It's a game.
I like the whole.
It's not a
What?
DLC. It's an actual game.
Yeah, it's an actual game. That looked really cool. I like the whole point you can actually lose a person. That sounds cool. Um, that's about it. That's about all I remember. So that's probably all I like.
Those are the
Um,
games. Those are your games that you think you're like.
that's my top picks. I'm going with Back for Blood, obviously. Is probably be number one. Number two would be Rainbow Six Extraction.
Mhm.
Uh, three would be uh Halo: The Search for Cortana. Uh, and then I can't remember the name of the game.
Infinite.
Uh,
Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite. Um, Halo Infinity War is probably number four. Is number three. And then Skate City would probably be number four.
Riders
But,
Republic.
let's see.
Riders Republic.
Riders Republic. Skate City sounds like a dope game though too.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like that was a game in the 2000s, like Tony Hawk Skate City or something.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Because I have my stuff. I have it up. That's why, just in case I need to look at it.
Escape from Tarkov.
If you heard anything in the background of a pop, people still do fireworks after 4th of July. Anyways,
Yeah.
Escape from Tarkov. What the heck? I don't even play that game.
What about
I don't even play that game. Uh, so for me specifically, that's mine's a long list, but I think I'm gonna try to shrink it.
Battlefield?
I'm gonna shrink it down to 5 games as much as clear as much as possible of what I think from what I saw from that weekend. Um,
Okay.
one, no, I'm not. This is in any. This is not particular, and not in any particular order. I'm just going off from the list I see here. Um, Rainbow Six Extraction. Excited for that. I like the fact that it's still within the Siege universe, but with a different aspect of how to play the game.
Clancyverse.
Huh?
The Clancyverse.
I don't know because it's like that's a whole nother topic in itself.
No, because then that would include the division, huh? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because like there's
Yeah, you're
there's
right.
Division, there's Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell.
The
There's
Seven verse. Seven verse.
don't give it actual no, don't change the name. Don't give it the change.
No, that is me. Yeah. I
Just
feel like there's probably an actual
the Siege
like
universe. That's all I
the
call it. That's all I'm
Siege
gonna call.
universe.
That's all I'm gonna call it.
Yeah. There you go.
And all that stuff. I like that the fact that it's still within that universe with the same. You still get the same and play with the same characters and all that stuff. Um, that's one. This might go 6. No. This one goes 6. 5. Second game is this is gonna be going based off like what we're gonna be able to play coming up soon. Not and all that stuff. I know there's like a lot of other games that are coming out like next year that I'm excited for, but I want to try to do these ones because they're like soon. Back for Blood. I will say that one. That one's interesting. I've played Left 4 Dead once and everything, and it's interesting. But the fact that
Left
it's not,
1 or 2.
huh?
Left 4 Dead 1 or 2.
I said 1.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just said Left 4 Dead. I didn't. I would if I said 2, I would have said 2.
Sure.
The fact that it's day 1 on Game Pass makes me more interested to want to play this because for that, and then so that's gonna be fun to play once once that comes out. I think it's.
You know who we need for a DLC? We need a
Oh,
DLC character
stop.
just of the original
No,
characters.
no,
That'd be dope.
no. I don't. That's a lot of paperwork. That's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, with them.
Let's see here. So here's okay. So So I said 2. Ooh, I might have to go past 2, 5. Because the other ones I want to say, I want to talk about. That's why.
Oh, okay.
And all that stuff. So, Battlefield. No, actually no. Take that back. So, I'll give my reason. Halo Infinite, of course. It's Halo, next series in the game. Excited for what the story's gonna bring with Cortana being MIA in a way, and all that stuff. If she's dead, she's not dead, and all that stuff. What's the role with the chief and everything like that. Multiplayer becoming free to play is gonna be interesting to see, and all that stuff with what they bring. My next one is Forza Horizon 5. If you have not seen this video, the presentation for this video, you're missing out, especially if you have a 4K TV, because
have some nice ray tracing.
This game looks beautiful. And it's in Mexico. Come on now, that's all I gotta say about that. My next one, which I think is the surprise of the year, the surprise of E3 for me, Guardians of the Galaxy video game.
Really?
My surprise, because I love Guardians of the Galaxy and all that stuff. I love the MC. I love the movie and everything like that. I love what they're portraying with this, and for the fact of one, this isn't Avengers. This is a story-fledged game and all that stuff. I know people have their issues with the fact that you don't get to play. You only play as Star-Lord, and not everyone. I can understand that and everything like that, but the fact that it's like, I'm excited still because of all that stuff. I get the fact that people can be upset about that and everything. And this is original. This seems like an original story, for this, and I'm just, again, it's Guardians. It's the humor. The humor's there. The actions of like these little like the what's the word I'm looking for? Because I always the choices you make, the decision you get. It has the choice you make affects the rest of the game and everything like that kind of things that you see in Mass Effect, for example. That is what I'm excited for to see on this game for these characters in particularly too, and all that stuff and everything. So that's gonna be fun. And it comes out on my
Wait,
birthday.
real quick, speaking on that, have you played the Netflix ones? You know, like on Netflix, one is like uh, it's like a choose your path movie. Have you played those?
No,
I really recommend those. Okay, moving on.
I mean there's those Telltale games. I've played those kind of games. That's like Walking
Uh,
Dead. It's based off Walking Dead. They're like based off Walking Dead. They did one for Batman. There is one for Guardians, if I remember correctly.
so there's one on there's a couple on Netflix that are pretty cool. Pretty cool. There's a Bear Grylls one that I really recommend. It's
I love the
hilarious.
fact that this is so off topic. This is so
Well, no,
off.
because like I just had to say it real quick because I played the Bear Grylls one not so long ago. That was dope. And like you choose your path, kind of like how like choices you make affect the end of the movie. I just wanted to put
Um,
that out there.
next thing, I already talked about that. And the other thing is Metroid Dread. This game was originally announced in 2004. Hasn't been heard since till now,
That's what I can win.
till now, and everything. And it's coming. I've the thing is with Metroid because Metroid has a long history and everything. Stuff. I've never played I never done a full playthrough of a Metroid game and all and everything. So I've always heard good things about Metroid as a game and everything like that because it's one of those side-scrolling platform kind of games and all that stuff. So I'm actually excited for this one because I'm interested to see how this one plays and all that stuff now, and with this kind of technology and everything. Um, Other than that, for any of like upcoming games like the and all that stuff for like that. Um, oh, I'm excited. Oh, let me bring up Battlefield. Real quick. I'm excited for Battlefield and all that stuff, but I don't. As of right now, we only know of one mode. I don't know much about everything else. There are going to present a little bit more about it. More about it at EA Play on the 22nd of July, if I remember correctly. Um, so once I see that more of that, then I'll know for sure if it's something that's like I'm a fish actually get and all that stuff. I'm excited. I like what I saw, but it hasn't hit me yet and all that stuff.
So like
Uh,
if they're like we got Firestorm 2, you were like, yep,
no,
buying that game.
no. If
Ice Storm,
no, don't.
Snowstorm.
It doesn't need to be something storm. If it's they already said from what I've heard, there's already mentioned that there's no battle royale happening at launch for this game and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So hopefully we'll see. Hopefully we'll see that. Side note though, since we're getting on Battlefield, so uh, the one thing about this is like a lot of people are going back to Battlefield 4 and all that stuff. Um, I did it myself. I forgot how I forget how fun that game can be sometimes and all that stuff. Because I did used to play it a lot and all that stuff. So it's like it's fun to see that playing that a game. Though I find it funny when I had shared it into our group chat and all that stuff. How Battlefield 4 like player count is rising and all that stuff and everything. Manny responds with, "That means they're gonna bring back Firestorm." I'm like, that does not make no sense whatsoever because that's on a different Battlefield game and all that stuff.
I meant as in popularity.
No, because it's not battle. Because this is Battlefield 4, not 5.
Yeah.
Firestorm's in 5 and all that stuff, and probably will stay in 5.
It should come to six. I say I vote for it. I vote
No, I mean here's
Firestorm 2.
I get what you're saying. Was like I would love to see a battle royale within Battlefield and everything, but it's like if that's what they believe they don't think they need, then that's fine. Or if it's just like,
I
or if it's just
have you
like,
tried Firestorm?
yeah, and I waited a very long time to get into a game, and what did I do? Got out, deleted the game,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Because it's like the fact that there's not even a server to connect to a server. It's just like I'm not even gonna try. Well, I'd probably try to jump into it maybe again. Maybe that's a big maybe, and all that stuff. But it's like I don't. The thing is also with that's the game was based in five was what World War I if I remember correctly, and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So it's like that already. It's like already off ticing and all that stuff. Now, I'm not saying. Will I say there's not going to be another Firestorm? Yes. I'm not saying though there's going to be another battle royale within Battlefield and all that stuff. Because I don't think if they did, I don't think they're going to call it Firestorm. I don't nor shit and all that stuff and everything. It leaves a bad taste in a way. Um,
Geostorm.
and all that stuff. They're not going to call it that either. I don't think something Storm is going to be the next name of the battle royale and all that stuff. And but it's like like again, like I said, from what I've seen from the new battle from 2042, I just need more and all that stuff because you have I also have to remember I'm spending $70. I'm gonna have to be spending $70 for this game and all that
Yes.
stuff. And one mode that I know of already, I know that already. But what else are you going to provide me? You're not having it. You don't have it. There's no campaign. Battle Royale is not happening at launch and all that stuff. And then plus, we don't know for sure if the Battle Royale is going to be free to play or anything. If they do it, hopefully they will. But other than that, I like what I see, but I'm not excited for it yet because there's not. I don't know much more and all that stuff. But yeah, so that's Battlefield. The other thing I'm liking, I liked, but I didn't say I'm excited for. Sea of Thieves, a Pirate's Life campaign thing. It's already out.
That's already out, right?
It's
You
already
said that.
out. It's already out, but I haven't touched it yet. And that's the reason why I didn't bring it up in this list as part of my list because it's already out. By the time since with this episode coming out now, it's like like if this was before this if this was before it came out
When this was before.
when this was originally supposed to come out, when the episode originally was supposed to come out, probably would have said I'm excited for this, but now that it's out because we're posting this after it's released, don't need to. For games that are coming like in the future, where are you? Only three games I'm excited for. They all come out 2022, hopefully. That is Starfield, the big up and coming Bethesda title that people have been talking about, the space version of Elder Scrolls and Fallout and all that stuff. Excited for that. Has the release date. I like from what the trailer provided and what it's supposed to look like. That's cool. The next game is Redfall. This is this is another Xbox exclusive coming in summer of 2022. Why hasn't there been more zombie games? Zombies. Vampire games. Vampire games. My bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
why is
literally
Dark Souls games? That's
like
the question too.
like literally. Since you brought up Dark Souls, we'll talk about after all the E3, and I'll mention this.
Certainly.
No. I'll tell you a bit. What was I gonna say? So yeah.
So why isn't there more vampire games?
Yeah, why isn't there more vampire games? And also,
Twilight.
I'm starting. It's been long enough. Like I think it's time. Like we're starting to see it a little bit because Redfall is like it deals with vampires and all that stuff. You have this four player. It looks like this 4-player.
I feel like it's just because zombies are like really, really popular. So like they'd rather go back to the well with zombies because they know it's proven.
Yeah,
I think I don't know.
But that's the thing. Like zombies now is like it's gotten better now because I think this is with the technology and everything like that. And all stuff. But zombie games were getting to a point where it was like too much and all that.
Well,
stuff.
I feel especially because like I just feel like every game somehow had zombies in it.
Yeah.
Like whether it be an Easter egg, whether it be a mode, or the actual game,
or like games with or just like this like there's
the whole
something
game
zombies related and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And all that and everything. So it's just like and all that stuff.
I
So,
would I would like more just monsters in general,
oh
different
yeah,
monsters. Just have to be vampires.
yeah,
Could be like a werewolf game. Could be
they should do a video game universe with all the original monsters, like
that'd be dope.
Dracula, the werewolf,
Creature.
the mummy, and all that stuff.
Oh, that'd be dope.
They tried to do it for movies, but you know how that turned out. Um,
The new ones were good. The old ones were better, but the new ones are good.
you liked the mummy with Tom Cruise.
No, no.
That's the one that started it.
I did like Invisible Man,
But
which is connected.
wasn't that? I thought that wasn't.
No, it's connected. Invisible Man, the Mummy, and there's one more.
No, that's it. There's
The
only two.
yeah, the Wolfman. The Wolfman with what's his name? I can't remember his name. There was a Wolfman as well that's connected. The guy who plays Odin is in it. The actor who plays Odin
Anthony
is in that
Hopkins.
movie. Is that his name? From Thor?
Yeah.
Okay, he's in it,
There's
and
only
that's the Wolfman. He's not the Wolfman. He is a Wolfman, but he's not the Wolfman. You know what I mean? I don't want to spoil it if you guys haven't, if nobody's seen it yet.
from what I know,
It was good though.
it was only supposed to be it was only the mummy, and that was the one with Tom Cruise. But that was it. There was nothing else after that. There was supposed to be other things, but not after
Yeah,
that. No.
because I know there was supposed to also be Dracula, other stuff, but I say just reset it again.
Well, no, they have to now. And all that
Yeah,
stuff.
reset it and just get better actors.
Anyways, sidetrack. I'm getting sidetracked. Um,
Yeah.
back to Redfall. Uh, I'm excited for this one. Like, especially with that cinematic trailer they provided with this and what it looks like it's gonna be. For that and for that one too. And then, lastly, of course, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, I can't wait for that game. Cannot wait for that game. I kid that trailer when they finally showed that off. It was just the more like the new footage of it and everything. I was just like,
Did he have his blue flute? His blue flute?
this is gonna be. No, he didn't have a flute. No,
Doesn't he? Did he have a flute in the last one?
it's called an ocarina, and no, it wasn't in the last game.
The one with the moon was in the last one.
Huh?
The one with the moon, the scary
That's not
moon
the
face.
last game. That's Majora's Mask. That came out a very long time ago.
Oh, I don't know
See,
exactly.
this is how you know Manny doesn't know his history is the Legend of Zelda and everything because
Yeah.
Majora's Mask came out when I was like in elementary school. I want to say middle school at least.
Oh,
Yeah,
a while ago.
that's a long ago, and I'm
It
30.
really is.
I'm 31. Just to let you guys know. The fact that and then the fact that since then there has been at least maybe 7, 8 Zelda games since then, maybe more. But yet Manny's Manny thinks the last game before Breath of the Wild was Majora's Mask. That says a lot right there.
Yeah. I know the moon. Zelda dies, maybe, or Link dies. Link maybe dies.
No one
Uh,
dies.
and then he blows the flute whistle and something happens. I don't know
Calls
what
an
else happened.
ocarina.
Wait, does he do the Macarena and then the moon go away? Is that what it
Ocarina.
is?
Okay. Here's the thing.
And then he
So
gets shot.
there's the Ocarina of Time, and then there's Majora's Mask. The moon you're referring to is relates to Majora's Mask.
So then why does he use the Macarena?
The Ocarina is what helps because the basis of Majora's Mask is you have to do it within 72 days to stop the moon from falling and all that stuff. But
Okay.
when you're playing through the game, it takes most of the 3 days. So you use the Ocarina of Time to go back in time and all that stuff. So that way you can try to make sure you get everything done within the 3 days
Oh, okay.
and all that stuff. You have to do it a lot. There's times we have to do it a lot and all that stuff. Unless you're really super good at the game and know how to do it in lesser time and all that stuff. But that's the point of the ocarina. The ocarina of time itself is like something where you can like play a song, it can do certain things and all that stuff to it. One is like put you back in time, speed up time if you're playing ocarina, the game Ocarina of Time, and all that stuff, and everything. But yeah, There's like a lot of stuff with it and all that stuff. And Link doesn't die. Zelda doesn't die or anything like that.
I thought
Link
he died
Zelda's
in one.
Zelda's not even in Majora's Mask because they're in a totally different. He's in a totally different area.
Yeah, but I thought Link died in one.
No,
So then, wait, if Zelda's not even in Majora's Mask, why is it called Legend of Zelda?
Manny. I
Why is it called Legend of Link?
This is a no. This is a whole. This could be a whole podcast in itself.
It's not called
When I tell
Super
you,
Peach
when I tell
Sisters.
you, stop. Don't make it difficult. Don't make it difficult. That's not the point of it and all that stuff and everything. The point, yes, it is supposed to be about. It's literally about Zelda, no matter what, and all that stuff because it's about the princess and all that stuff. Just because the main character is named Link and all that stuff doesn't.
Yeah, but the princess isn't even in Majora's Mask, you said, or
Because it's a story. It's part of the same. It's within the series. It's within this whole series of itself, and all that
but
stuff.
it has nothing to do with
Just because
her.
it doesn't deal with the princess itself doesn't mean anything. Okay.
But her name's in the title.
There's a lot of games and movies that have titles that don't relate to something or and everything like that. Let's not jump to conclusions on this, please. Stop. Just
You
don't.
still gotta, you
Don't
gotta finish
question
your
it.
conversation.
Don't question it. Just don't question it. Just don't question it. Just let it be. Just let it be. Okay?
Which is the warrior as a horse?
Oh my god. What did you
I
say?
know that's one.
What did you say?
Which is the one where he rides a horse?
Which he right in any most of the games.
Okay. I
He
thought
has
that was a special one.
There's no specific. There's no game. None of the games are specifically special for him horse riding. Like I mean, from Ocarina of Time and on, that's where the horse comes in, and all that stuff.
Um,
On the consoles version titles, and all that stuff, and everything. I mean, before then, it's like there was no horse, but then again, this was before the N64, so you didn't have that kind of graphics and all that stuff. Um, Other than that, I'm just excited for this game. I just want this game to come out. I just want to play it because I love Breath of the Wild. I want to play it again. I want to play this one. I might play Breath of the Wild and everything. And then the fact that they're remaking Skyward Sword, which came out on the Wii or Wii Plus, or or the Wii U, I think it was. Um,
we see it.
no, Wii U. I finally get to play that game because I did not want to play it on the Wii U and all that stuff. Or is it the Wii? I always forget.
Did you have the Wii?
A Wii U?
Yeah.
I had it for like a month.
Did you have a Wii?
Yes.
Wii's were dope.
But other than that, yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'm just wanting to, like, those are games next year I'm excited for and all that stuff, and I just can't wait to get my hands on those when those finally come out and all that stuff.
So wait, just for final clarity, you get the Macarena. You can go back and forth through time. The next game, you need the Macarena still to stop the moon from blowing up the planet. What's the Breath of the Wild story about?
Manny, again, this could be a whole podcast in itself. You do not want to get it. I will say this: jumping into the Legend of Zelda. Okay, I started early. I started with Ocarina of Time, so that's me. So I can do this. But if you're a first timer and you're trying to understand the timeline of this series, good luck.
I always watch Game Theory.
And honestly, and
He probably has something on this.
he probably does, and all that stuff. And I probably might watch it because I will
like
say this timeline and the Kingdom Hearts timeline are the most strange and interesting timelines I've ever seen in a video game series.
And Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy doesn't count because they don't have actual timelines because they're not actually within a one timeline.
Well, I've only played one, so I don't know.
And all that stuff. Yeah, each game is different. Each game is a different thing, unless.
Oh,
But like the only time there's like an actual like sequel was Final Fantasy X and then Final Fantasy 13. They had actual sequels to those games. But each mainline title, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like with the actual Roman numerals to them, they're all separate things.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Why?
it's a Japanese studio. Don't ask me.
All right.
And all that stuff. Okay, I don't know why they do that stuff. Okay, it works. Hey, it works though. People buy the games.
True. That's true.
And all that stuff. Continue with some gaming as we move before we go to everything else. I had a good segue, but I can't use it because we have one more gamer topic. Oh man,
Save that game first, then,
I
and
can't.
so you can do your segue.
I can't because we already talked about the game,
What game was it?
Legend of Zelda.
Oh,
And all
what
that
were we
stuff.
gonna say?
I'll say it when we get to that topic.
Okay.
So in other gaming news that's happened recently, and this is something small, we don't have to go, we don't have to jump further into this as much as possible. Xbox Project X Cloud, for those who know, is the Xbox streaming stuff that you can where you can stream Xbox games from your phone and all that stuff. It's been out for a while on Android devices where you can play if you have Game Pass Ultimate and pretty much from that collection. Well, as of now, is officially have been it's available on iOS devices and Windows 10 PCs. Now, the trick is for iOS devices, you have to do it on a Safari on the Safari browser on that device. Save it as a bookmark and all that stuff, and you can go on there, blog and all that stuff. If you want to know more, I actually did a TikTok on this and everything, and I'll have that link in the description below too if you want to check that out and everything. I did it on an iPad, but the steps do work the same on an iPhone too. So you're there too. Um, for Windows 10 PCs, it works on any browser that you have installed. So and then pretty much the website,
Bing.
huh?
Bing. You work on
Bing's not a
Bing?
Bing's not a browser; it's a search engine.
Oh, let's use the browser.
Edge.
Oh, okay.
Um, Xbox.com/play. You do have to have a Game Pass Ultimate subscription to use it and everything. I think they're doing a promotion now where you can do it for $1 and get it for like a couple months. Um,
Nope.
so be sure to check that out and everything, and it's well worth it and all that stuff. Um, there are certain games that do you can't make sure you if you have an Xbox controller like this, you can sync it up via Bluetooth. Some of the games do have access to touch controls, where you can use touch controls for the games and all that stuff. So that's cool too. But other than that, it's something big. I think it's important to have to know about, especially with this, with Xbox doing this whole cloud gaming initiative and everything. It's so cool to see that they're doing this, and now it's available widely available to almost everywhere. It's pretty cool to see, and everything. Manny, any quick thoughts to have on that stuff?
It's dope. It's pretty dope to have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Oh,
Okay.
no further comments. Needed.
Okay. On to the next, our entertainment section,
Oh,
which is like TV, movies, and all that stuff. Yes, I gave it a section now.
oh,
First things first, we are so. I actually, no, I think you're. Are you caught up with the shows?
am I caught up with the shows?
Loki and the Bad Batch, particularly.
Not Bad Batch.
What?
Yeah, no, not Bad Batch.
What episode on Bad Batch, if you remember?
3.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I think we're like what 9 episodes in.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh my. No, we're 10 episodes in. We're 10 episodes in.
I saw a TikTok of some dude that was mind blown though that spoiler alert that Omega, or as she says Omega, uh is the sister to Boba, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense because she's a clone. I don't know why he was so mind blown by that fact. That was kind of
Well,
obvious. I thought.
you said you're on 3, right?
Yeah, because we did up to episode 4, and episode 4 I just winged the hell out of because
Oh, so fully, so but like fully, so you've seen 4 episodes, but you're fully up to date. You're like fully
I've
know
seen
it's
up
three.
to episode 4, but like I don't really remember episode 4. Which one was
Yeah.
episode 4?
It's called Cornered. It's when they
Was
have
that the one where they go to the market?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I've seen up to episode 4.
Yeah. So okay, so you've yeah, so 6 episodes. You're behind on 6 episodes. Okay. Damn it. Because like the
Yeah.
last couple episodes have been getting really interesting. That's why. And all that stuff. So it's like because I'm all cut. I've been watching it week to week and everything, and all that stuff. And I've been enjoying every single. I've been really enjoying it, especially the last couple of episodes because there's been a lot of cool stuff that's been happening. That
Yeah.
one oh you haven't gotten to the episode then, if I'm correct then. I'm just double checking my yeah, you haven't
The monster
you're not
or
you're not at that episode yet. No, the one I'm
Jabba's. Which one's that? That
that
one.
one's 5. That's the next episode. That's the next episode
Then I
after
have seen
4.
that one.
So you're 5 episodes in.
5 episodes, and the last thing I remember is they rescued the one that Luke killed.
Yeah,
Bubbles. No, not
Muchi.
Bubbles.
Muchi.
Mushi.
Muchi.
Yeah, Mushi.
I've
They
been
rescued Mushi.
I've been rewatching them. I rewatched them recently. That's why too.
Yeah,
Um,
they were on. The regular Star Wars movies were on a cable provider. This 4th of July. What?
when you have it easily on Disney Plus.
Well, yeah, but like I was just going through my cable provider. And I was going through it, and I was like, oh, there's a Star
Okay,
Wars movie.
okay, boomer.
So I put it on and I was like, let's watch the marathon. So I was watching the marathon, and then I got to the scene where Luke kills him, and I was like, Gucci. It was so much sadder. I don't know, it was sad.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay. So you don't 6. So episode 6 is 6, 7 are interesting. 8 is fun. 8,
I know 6 has the twins.
yes,
I haven't seen it though. I just know it has the twins.
yes, that is correct.
And then, yeah.
That is correct. 7 and on, it's like it looks like it's starting to pick up. So, so you said 6 is 6 is with the twins. So you didn't see 7. So 7,
I didn't see 6 either.
yeah, you haven't seen 6.
I only know
No,
the
no.
twins is
Yeah, I
on
know.
TikTok.
Yeah, I said that's what I try to say. So
Yeah.
I'm starting to like. It's like I think beyond that, and this is just my opinion. This is how I feel about it and all that stuff. You're starting to feel like how, even with 6. Well, I mean 5, pretty much. 5. You're starting to see the universe come in more and all that stuff. And all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like certain characters and everything like that and all that stuff. You're starting to see the connections and all that stuff to what's where and all that stuff. 7 for me is like where I feel like I know it for sure. I was like where it hits me the most because it does relate to a certain Star Wars thing that I love and I'm excited that this had a representation in there in a way.
Rogue One.
No.
Solo.
Nope. No. Though I did watch that recently. I'm not stop guessing, just stop guessing.
The holiday special.
I just said stop guessing. I will let you catch up and everything. And if I said it's in episode 7.
I could just mute you right now, and then
No.
you can.
No. Why would you mute me? It's everything's coming on my end.
No, I'm saying like mute you on my end though, so
Yeah.
that you can talk to the viewers, and then you can wave, and I'll just unmute
Oh, I see.
if you want to do that. Because I'm probably gonna watch them this week because I have a day plan that me and someone are gonna watch
Nah,
together.
nah, we can wait because I actually want to talk about it and see if you figure it
Okay,
out. And all
sounds
that
good.
stuff. End of 8 and then into episode 9 has a nice cool thing too, in my opinion. But yeah, like I do highly recommend watching Bad Batch. I'm loving every minute of it, and I'm enjoying every little thing about it, and so excited to see where this goes towards. And once the season's finished. Other than that, this show you have to be caught up on because there's no way I cannot talk about this show without you, and everything like that. And that is Loki. We
Hold
are,
on your theory caps.
and then all that stuff because we are now four. We are two episodes left of the show and everything. By the time this episode
The,
comes out, we've already seen episode 5. So, but we don't know anything because this is recorded on a Monday. Um, but just to talk about the first 4 and all that stuff, this has to be out of the 3 my favorite one. Out of the 3 shows, this is my most favorite
yeah.
one.
I
And
didn't think it was. I'm not gonna lie.
and
Going
all that stuff.
when they announced all the movies and their Phase 4 list, I thought this was gonna be like probably third on my list of shows.
Mm.
Honestly, I thought Falcon and Soldier was gonna be first. It's second. I'm not gonna lie. As of right now, it's second. This one is really blowing me away. Honestly,
I was excited for Loki when it first got announced. When they did the first trailer for it, I was even more excited because I want to know what they're gonna do with because going into it, it looks like they're already deal with time travel and all that stuff.
yeah,
When we first heard about when people started talking about the TVA in particularly after especially now after episode 4, which is my favorite episode of the whole series. I'm so excited of where these last 2 episodes and where this is gonna go and how, because if this doesn't bring, this is universe ramifications, situations that are going to happen in the future after this show, and I am down for it and everything with this. This is what these are what these shows are what's supposed to do for the whole universe in general, and it's living to its potential right now with this show.
I just thought of something that's not Loki related, but it's Marvel related.
Oh dear.
What if Megan Thee Stallion is just a Kree? What if that's a thing?
Huh?
If she's gonna play a fictional version of herself, what if a Kree is Megan Thee Stallion? Secret Wars.
For those who don't know, as a side note, it was recently announced as of today, as rumored as of today, that Megan Thee Stallion is joining the cast of She-Hulk as a fictionalized version of herself. What does that mean? I have no idea.
She's a Kree.
You do realize, and second of all, Manny got the space alien wrong, species wrong.
What is it?
You said Kree.
Wait. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I meant scroll. My
There you
bad.
go.
Yeah. My bad. That's on me. That's on me. Sorry, scroll thing. You're right.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's just something else. That's just funny.
Yeah. That was just something I had to get that out before we get into Loki.
Anything else? But yeah, episode 4 is my favorite. As of right now, episode 4 is my favorite one of the show. Everything about this show, I've loved everything about it and everything. I enjoy everything. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. The fact of learning about spoilers for those who don't know, for this and particularly for Loki, the fact of we have this my segue and all that stuff. We have this sacred timeline of sorts and everything like that. Because when I brought up about Legend of Zelda, how its timeline is really weird, I was gonna say it doesn't have a sacred timeline and all that stuff.
But we still have one more to talk about. Yeah.
I had to bring up the xCloud thing and all that stuff. So like,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So I was like, I had that.
Why didn't you bring up xCloud and then?
Well, because I didn't think because like the thing was it hit me, but I couldn't do it because like I already had it like when I was talking when I said time when I first mentioned timeline to you, like it came into my head, but I couldn't say it.
But you should have said it, yeah.
But I couldn't say it and all that stuff.
Yeah,
because we're already into talking about it and all that stuff, like the whole podcast. Like if I had made the xCloud thing the first thing, then E3, then it would have worked.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just say the fact of where the MCU is under what's called a sacred timeline, and everything, and the fact that it was like the questions of like, well, what about the Avengers and all that stuff when what happened in Endgame that was meant to happen and all that stuff, and then but it just brings more questions in about, well, like if that was supposed to happen, what's up with Steve and all that stuff and everything like that when when he's with Peggy and all this other stuff and everything like that. Um,
He went through the
is
multiple.
and all that stuff. Like, is this like is the how when it talked about in the beginning of episode one, uh, when they talk about when Miss Minute was giving the story of the whole sacred timeline and then the TVA and everything like that, does the multiple branches and all that stuff represent different universes and all that stuff and everything like that? Also, is this like some say like someone said like but I think it is, though I'm just going off it. Though there's like it's not like the first war to seal all the branches to make it the sacred timeline was that the first secret war and all that stuff and everything like that and everything. Some say it's not. Most people say it's not, and I'm just like I'm sticking with it. I'm pulling a Manny and sticking with that one and all that stuff. And does this lead? Will this lead to a future secret war and all that stuff in the future and all that stuff and everything like that? Is the timekeepers related to Kang in some way and all that stuff? Because he will be in the next Ant-Man movie and the potential overall overarching villain of the MCU, the next Thanos in a way, and all that stuff, and everything. And then it's just so much. It's just, but it's awesome and everything like that. And Sylvie, love Sylvie so much. I love Sylvie. She's awesome. Before I keep going and before we go into like more in-depth stuff, Manny, how is your viewing of Loki so far up to
It
episode
was
4?
dope as hell. I like how it's how do I say things? I like how it's jumping around without making it feel like it's jumping around. Like there's a lot of time jumps that it goes through like through different time periods, and you know it's moving through different time periods, but it doesn't feel like you are. Like it I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, I really enjoy it. I feel like this helps kind of make meaning to stuff a little bit. Very, very little. Kind of wraps up some stuff, in my opinion. Um, I'm excited to see where it goes. There's a couple of things that once we get into it, I'll talk about that I can't wait for.
Okay. Good. Okay, let's just jump into that. Like, what do you got so far?
So I got my Mobius theory. I'll talk about at the
Is
end.
this the one you talked
Um,
about in the group chat?
no, it's the one I told you.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes, it is.
Oh my
It
god.
is, and I'm pretty sure it's true. So that's another thing that I'll talk about at the end. Mobius is one of my favorite is really one of my favorite characters in this movie. As Owen Wilson always is. I feel like he plays a character
Did you say Wilson
like
Owen?
no, I said Owen Wilson always is.
Oh, it sounded like it sounded like you said Wilson Owen. I was like, wait, what?
Oh no, no, I said as Owen Wilson always is because usually
Oh,
whatever movie he's in, he's always like the best character for me. Um, he plays the role really good. I like how he's kind of like good cop, bad cop in a weird way, without being. I don't know. I feel I get a lot of good cop, bad cop from him. I like the whole I'm trying to help you, but I'm kind of helping myself at the same time. It's just
wait,
I don't know.
how?
Because he's talk. I feel like he's talking to Loki to be like, "Oh no, I'm trying to help you get out of here and stuff." But then he's like, in order for me to help you, you gotta help me. You know what I mean? I like that. I think that's dope.
I don't get
Uh,
that. How that's good cop, bad cop.
no, I'm not relating that to Call Back Up. It's two separate things.
I know, but I'm still that's I like I know. I'm just saying. I'm still trying to understand the whole. That's what I meant. Like I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
trying to understand the good cop, bad cop part though.
No, I just the feeling I get from him. It's not like he's not acting like Good Cop Back Up. I'm saying I get the feeling of a Good Cop Back Up from him. Um,
That's what I mean. Like where does that come? Where is that coming from? Like where do you get the feeling that it's a good he's
from
doing
from the movie.
like what in the show that like
No,
explain in the
the
show
the
where
character he acts is like the character from Good Cop Bad Cop. Good Cop Bad
oh
Cop's a movie. It's not.
oh oh that makes more sense. Say the movie because like when you're because like here's the thing Because like when you're saying, because like you mentioned the movie, and I was like, is he referring to Loki? Because this is a show and all that stuff. Because you didn't say good cop.
Yeah, no,
This is before you said good cop, bad cop, and I was just like,
yeah.
okay, he said show. Okay, I know he's referring to Loki and the show and all that stuff. So I was gonna let it slide and everything like that.
Oh,
And then when you said good cop, bad cop, I was like,
yeah.
I
I
thought you
think
meant.
that's the name of the movie.
I think that because no,
Pretty sure it's the name of
when
the
you
movie.
said good cop, bad cop, I thought you just meant more of like him as a person, like and all that stuff. And all that stuff. I didn't know you were referring to him, his how he acts as a
No,
person
yeah.
refers to the movie.
No, because
It's a
there's a
movie.
movie that I watched when I was younger, and I've watched it multiple times. I think it's called Good Cop, Bad Cop. I might be wrong, to be honest. And the detective that's in that movie kind of feels like the way Owen was kind of like talking. He's like, like, I'll help you, but you
Yeah,
kind of got to help me to help you.
yeah. I wouldn't know that at all because it's good. Because it's like I've never seen that movie you mentioned.
I'll look it up. It's probably not even called that. It's probably called something completely different. But I'll find it and I'll
I
show.
mean,
You're not gonna watch it, but like I'll tell you after this video. Um,
nope, that's not
no,
it.
but I really like his character. I like the way he portrays him. I feel like he portrays him really good, and I really enjoy it. So I enjoyed his character. I was a little sad when he got pruned. Um, spoiler, my bad. You should know though. But that's a spoiler. We're talking about this. Um, I was really sad he got pruned, but then at the end of the episode, when Loki gets pruned, we see that he sees other variations of Loki, which kind of got me wondering, what if like when he got pruned, he just sees like Lightning McQueen, the version of him from Shanghai Noon. I got that picture. Like he wakes up and he sees like Shanghai Noon, Lightning McQueen, and like other versions of that old Wilson has played for some reason. That's not what it is, but that's just what I pictured. I just thought that was personally hilarious. Um, but I was a little sad when he got pruned. But the part I enjoyed is when Sylvie cuts off the head of the timekeeper. I thought that was pretty cool. Um,
Even
I thought
though,
that was a pretty cool effect.
even though it was a fake the whole time.
Yeah. Um, it's kind of creepy how they started laughing too. The other two. That was pretty creepy.
How is that creepy?
No, because the other two looked at her and started laughing.
Well, yeah.
Or she cut something.
Well, yeah, because it's like they tricked her and all that stuff and everything like that, thinking that they're real.
It's creepy. It's creepy. But I liked the one on the left, the green one, like the little mustache. I thought that one was cool looking. That looked tight. The other two's designs, but the green one was dope. He had like the goatee, like mustache thing. It looked like a squid. It was pretty cool. But when Loki got through, that was crazy. I didn't think he was gonna get through. That was insane. You
I don't
can
know what it.
elaborate
I don't know what it is.
on
Every
any
time
of the
when you
stuff I
describe
see.
certain scenes, it dulls me down and just makes me depressed. I'm like, boy, you are. I'm like,
It's been a while since I've watched episode 4. Okay.
it's literally been
It's been-
almost a week.
Exactly. Usually I watch it again before I do the podcast, but I didn't rewatch it, so kind of going based on very loose memory.
Okay, so I did a little research just to make sure. So Shanghai Noon, which came out in 2000, was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures, which is now Walt Disney Pictures. So that might work.
He's just as a cowboy.
Because when you said that, I was like, can that happen? Cars, yeah, because it's under the same umbrellas
There's like there's just like a real life version of Lightning McQueen's there.
and all that stuff. Like that could work. Or what was he? The cowboy in Night at the Museum.
Yeah. So there's two cowboys. There's the Shanghai Nights one,
And then the one in
Shanghai Noon,
Night at the
and then
Museum.
the Nights Museum. Is that owned by Disney? That's Universal, isn't it?
No, it was
Oh, that,
originally Fox, now Disney.
oh, okay. So there could be three. There's three versions there. There's probably other movies
Yeah.
that I can't think of right now.
Yeah, that was there because when you said Shanghai Noon, that's the one I checked
Yeah,
because I wanted to make sure.
yeah.
To
I
make
mean, maybe we see them.
maybe.
Maybe that's what he sees when he got through.
Oh,
It'd be,
I don't
it'd
know
be
if this. I
hilarious.
don't know if this would be one, but if
It
possible,
just, the screen goes black. All you hear is "I am Steve." That'd be, that'd be insane. He's currently looking up another
nope.
Owen Wilson possibility.
That wouldn't work.
Oh,
I
which one
was
should you look up?
his character in Wedding Crashers,
Mm,
but nope.
what about
But nope.
the one with the deformed boy? He's in a movie with like a boy that has like a. There's this movie where like this little
God
boy,
damn it,
he has like a
man.
deformed, he has
God.
a deformed face, and like he's like embarrassed, obviously, right?
Oh, I know what you're
Because
talking
like
about. I know what you're
you
talking
can,
about.
yeah,
I
and
know what you're
Wilson's
talking
like,
about.
nobody's gonna make fun of you, and then he turns around and like his like stupid face, and everyone's just like, ah, damn it. Uh, is that what Disney? Because he's like a principal looking. Um, I think. I think he's a principal.
I thought he was a dad.
Was he the dad? I've only watched that movie once. It was like really a depressing movie. It's like
Wander,
it could have been that one.
because it's the one where the kid has the face, but he has like
Yeah,
he has like a helmet to hide it.
yeah.
Yeah, I know because when you
Oh, okay.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure I had the movie. I had to get the title.
Yeah, that one. Because
Uh,
that's the whole reason he's telling them to like take it off because like nobody's gonna make fun of him. And
yeah,
then he takes it off to make fun of him.
that is a no.
That's not it.
That yeah, that is a no. That will not happen.
What else was he in?
That will not be the
Yeah,
character.
even if it was, I don't think. Even if it was Disney, I don't think they put that in there.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah. What other movies has he been in that are Disney? I can't think of any other than like Shanghai Noon. Well, technically, by
Nope,
technicality,
nope.
Night at the Museum by technicality,
I would say
Cars.
I would say Zoolander, but nah.
Oh, damn. That would have been funny. What about wasn't he in Tropic Thunder as well?
I don't
Or
think so.
no? Because he wasn't in Dodgeball. I know that.
So far, I'm going through the movies he's been in. I'm not seeing that movie in here.
I could have sworn he was in Tropic Thunder.
No, from what I'm seeing so
Oh
far.
no, that was that English guy.
Yeah, he's not in that.
Wait, no, he was his manager, Ben Stiller's manager, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he was Ben Stiller's manager in Tropic Thunder.
No,
Who was Ben Stiller's manager?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, there you
Never
go.
mind. Um,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so far everything else I do not remember. So there's that.
so there's three versions when he wakes up,
Maybe,
and then they can just make one up,
maybe
or the one from my theory
your theory
can be the fourth.
your theory makes no sense in a movie perspective. In all honesty, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. And but then again, it's like it can work off of one situation when we talk about it, but I don't. It just doesn't make sense at all.
It's a very, very, very uh holy, as in like has a lot of loopholes, has a lot of plot holes of a theory.
But
It's
then
not a
again,
solid
but then
theory
again, every
whatsoever.
single one of your theories has a lot of those things.
Not the Spider-Man one that I did a couple of
Okay,
episodes back.
the Spider-Man one was a straight up guess, and somehow just got lucky with what happened after that. Okay, that was just
No, no, I predicted it smartly through the brain
it was a
meets.
guess. It was a guess. It was a wild guess.
Um,
It was a wild guess, and then literally after that episode came out, literally we got articles about potential art castings on those. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
man. That was the day. That was the day. Because the day that episode came out is when we started getting like, oh, Jamie Foxx is talking with Disney or Feige. I mean, Jamie Foxx and Feige were talking, something like that, and that was confirmed as Electro. And then
Because Jamie Foxx posted something on Instagram but deleted it later about
that
mentioning.
was it.
Uh, what is
That was the day. That was really the day. Um, have you found any more Owen Wilson?
No, I was just looking at something else that we're gonna talk that we can talk about.
Oh, okay. Did you want to give any tidbits on characters on before I say my theory?
I will say this. Here's the thing. I fell in love with the show on episode 1 and everything. I fell in love with the show immediately within episode 1 and all that stuff. I That's saying something because as much as I loved WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, I enjoyed the first episodes and I was like, it's like I'm in and all that stuff. But episode 1 of Loki was instantly fell in love. I'm no matter what happens, this show's gonna be amazing and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And all that stuff. And so far, it's living up to it and all that stuff. Especially what happens in episode, especially in the last episode, not just from how it starts, where it goes in the middle, seeing, finding like so pretty much finding out Sylvie been there from the whole beginning. It was Ravona's case for to where they're seeing right now when she was in the TVA. We see this Nexus event that we still don't know what caused it between Sylvie and Loki and all that stuff.
Love for one another.
Huh?
Their love for one
No. Um
another. Now you
um
know
the
if you
fact
love
of
yourself too hard,
the fact of
that
nope,
sounds kind
nope,
of
nope,
dirty.
no, 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 no,
It
no.
sounds dirty.
The fact of laying in the seeds from Loki to Mobius when saying the TVA is lying to you, and then leading to B-15 figuring out what's going on, and then finding out about the other Hunter, finding out when she's dead. Ravonna was part of that whole situation and all that stuff.
That was the scariest thing that ever happened. I'm sorry. I got scared of this right. So my glasses have a reflection, and the reflection from the ring into the couch, your couch and your shirt is two rings, right? And I dipped my head in, and it looked like two circle eyes were like blinking, like behind it. It was weird. Continue. I'm sorry.
anyways,
I just got scared.
anyways, because we gotta keep going. The fact, and then of course, oh, I'm forgetting the one other part. Loki being caught in the time loop, and then Sif being in that time loop. The actual actor who's been in the first two Thor movies and all that stuff, Jamie Alexander, seeing her back in the MCU, which was amazing, and all that stuff, seeing that happening, and that's pretty cool. Apparently, she's in Love and Thunder. Did not know. Somehow, did not forgot about that. Um, of course, Mobius figuring out the small details and everything like that. Were from when Loki told him that TVA is lying. B-15, the same thing. Going to Sylvie and asking her and all that stuff. I kid you not. When it got to the Rock's car scene, and then like she's showing her memories, you would think you would want to see that, like the actual memories, but the facial expressions that B-15 is giving says enough, in my opinion,
Yeah.
on that scene and all that stuff. Because and then how when after that they're done, she was like, "I was happy," and all that stuff, and that's just like, huh, wow. Of course, Mobius getting Loki out, Loki talking, finding out Ravonna and some agents waiting there and all that stuff already. Mobius already figuring it out, and then he talks about how his life was like before the TVA, probably riding a jet ski. I was like,
Maybe I had just.
maybe he had a jet ski, and then prune him. I was just, oh my gosh, and then of course I don't think a lot of people mentioned this. I don't think from what I've seen, from reactions and all that stuff. But the scene of when you see both Sylvie and Loki guard having them, and then they're getting ready to meet the timekeepers. That part of when Sylvie's coming up, she looks at Loki, and then like it's like she can already tell something happened, something dramatic, something sad to Loki, and all that stuff. And then she asks him what's wrong, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was I thought that was very awesome and amazing and all that stuff. The fact it's like, yeah, they're variants of each other. Yeah, still, but still though, it's that emotion of the fact that it's like, those, yeah, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's that emotion right there. It's for the fact of where those two are now and all that stuff and
Yeah.
everything, and the fact that she is able to like catch that and know, like, not probably didn't, but was willing to ask of what's wrong to him, and that face he makes when he looks, because he just turns down and sad because
Yeah.
his best friend just died in front of his face. So he thought at that time. Hopefully, um, I thought that was an amazing scene and all that stuff. I hope people was able to catch that. I hope people talked about that. But I thought that I haven't seen much about that, but I thought that was amazing to see. Um, and then of course getting to seeing the timekeepers and everything like that. I had a feeling that it felt like they weren't real and all that stuff, but I wanted to see how the scene will play out. And then it came true, and I was like, they just pulled some Wizard of Oz shit right now. And all that stuff. Like, I can't believe it. But it worked.
Agent Norse.
Huh?
Keep on.
What? Did you say Agent Norse?
No, I said they didn't even give us the color changing horse.
Oh. I was like, I just heard like horse at the end. That's what you said from what you said. But I thought it was I thought I heard something else. I was like Agent Norse. What?
That sounds like an agent of Loki.
Yeah.
Like an
And
agent
then
Loki.
so then but yeah, then like of course the little fight scene, they try to do the whole reverse thing on her, but B-15 stopped it, tossed her the sword and all that stuff, the little fight scene at the end and all that stuff. Also to jump back into the elevator scene when Sylvie's asking her where was her event to get the for the TVA to capture her. Ravona's like, I don't even remember. And I'm just like, fuck.
She Thanos her.
And all that stuff.
Remember when in Endgame when Wanda's like you took everything, and then Thanos is like I don't even remember your name.
Well, yeah, because that Thanos is from back in the day.
Yeah, and it just
Of course, he's
reminded me
not
of
going to remember her and all that
that. It
stuff.
just reminded me of it.
How does that remind? That's not even the diff.
It's similar.
There's not the same thing. Ravona
No,
remembers Sylvie,
yeah, no, I'm not saying it's the exact same. I
but
said
that
it
doesn't.
reminded me of when
But
Thanos said that.
how
That's
does it
Wanda.
remind you of that?
It's like the same words.
It's not.
It kind of is.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't even remember you. I don't even remember it. Two different words. Swap that.
Well, it's not even like no, because that's the thing. That's the thing. Whereas for the fact that that is a Thanos from the past, this is a Ravona from that does remember all that
No,
stuff.
I'm not
And I'm
saying.
bet
I'm
no,
not saying it reminds
no,
me
no,
of it
no.
exactly.
I know that, Manny. I'm just trying to say. I'm just trying to say. What I got from that is I think she does know but doesn't want to say it,
She doesn't care. Yeah, she
and she
doesn't
doesn't
care
care.
enough.
Yeah, she doesn't care enough
Yeah,
and all that stuff and everything. That's what I was trying to get at overall, though. And all that stuff. And then of course, seeing like Loki coming up to Sylvie and trying to like express feelings and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden gets pruned, and I'm like, oh shit,
he died.
this is that.
He gone.
And then the mid
R.I.P. to homie Loki.
and then the mid credit scene happens, and we see Loki, and it's like, what is happening right now? And then you see the three Lokis in front of him and all that stuff, which is fucking amazing, and I can't wait for next
By
episode.
the way, what was I gonna say? Okay. Uh, the good part about watching Marvel movies with captions, he says "hell" with one L.
Yeah, that's how you say
That's
that.
dope.
No, that's how you say that because that's how Guardians say hell.
Yeah, I know.
That's not a type.
But like,
No, that's not like I. I'm just saying this now. I know you're gonna have probably something else. That was intentional. That's not. That
no,
was.
no, I wasn't saying this like
Oh.
the theory. It's not a theory. I just said it's cool that they include that in the captions. Like, if you didn't watch it with captions, you wouldn't have caught. It's just a little. like a little tiny little Easter egg. It's not like
It's not
a
even.
crazy
I would
thing.
even call it an Easter egg. It's just like
What would you
that's.
call it? A nod? I don't
It's
know.
not really because hell. That's how hell is pronounced in that way
Yeah, I
from how
know,
they
but
speak
like
it.
they didn't have to do that. Like, they could have just put hell, regular hell. Like it was
No,
just cool that they shown
no.
attention to detail.
I guess.
I mean, like, because if they would just put hell with two L's, you're just like whatever. But like you're like, oh, that's
No,
dope.
I
They
don't.
actually did the North mythology one.
I don't think
So
and exactly because of that. Since the fact that this it does they do relate it to more Norse mythology. Of course, they're gonna have him say it. It's gonna come out
yeah, but
as
I mean, who
HEL. I
watches
don't
the
think.
captions though? Well, I don't watch it. Well, I watch it with captions because of a different reason. But
I mean,
that's the reason I'm not gonna mention.
I
Like,
do. I still do, but it's like that. But I'm saying though, the fact that it's showing on the captions that it's I don't think it's more of like a nod or an Easter egg or anything. I think it's just more of the fact because they know the material and they want to do it based off the material than it is and all that stuff because they're gonna say that's how it's
whatever it is, it's dope as hell. With one, you get it. No, okay. Moving on. Uh, continue.
get to your theory.
Okay, my theory. A very loose theory. It's a very cool theory. The theory is probably not gonna happen. But Mephisto. No, I'm just kidding. I was kidding. So my theory is okay. Take okay. So for all the commenters that are going to be in the comments, oh, this and that, and whatever. Move on. This isn't for you. This is just for people that want to have fun. I know Agent Mobius is based in the comics. I know all that. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about that. My theory is that Mobius is a variant of Morbius, the living vampire. And that is how it ties us to the Sonyverse, which is also why somehow there's a variant of Vulture in the Mobius movie. And then when the multiverses collide into madness, you get it? Multiverse of madness. That was good. You got it. That one was good. That one was good. Um, when the multiverses collide, that being when all the different variants and other versions of characters come over. We get the Spider-Man, and then we also maybe Morbius comes over, and then we get a Sinister Six. That's how it is. That's what my theory is, and that's how it connects us as well. That's just another little puzzle piece to the grand Sonyverse inclusion of Spider-Man into the Spideyverse. That's my theory. My theory. Probably won't happen. I think it's good. I think it's cool theory.
I got nothing to say. Oh, honestly.
It's pretty cool. You gotta admit, it's pretty cool.
One thing. Okay, let me get to what I
I
gotta say.
mean, are people gonna be mad? Probably, because Mobius is Agent Mobius from the comics, and he's a TVA guy, and he has probably his own backstory. I don't know. It's right there. I think it's pretty cool. I'd like to share it. You don't like it? Too bad. I can't do anything for that. Sorry.
It's not
Um,
about liking or liking it. It's more of the fact that like that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
oh yeah, it's
Well,
just one letter.
because here's the thing. Well, here was the one thing I was gonna say that word clearly doesn't make sense. They're both played by Morpheus from the movie is played by a different actor, Jared Leto. But I
Yeah.
already negate that myself for the fact that thus No Way Home does show the other Spider-Man. Those are played from different actors and all that stuff. So there's that and all that stuff where it negates it a bit. Second, I don't I don't think Mobius is that same like just in general as a variant and all that stuff like negating like even though I already negate the whole different actor thing like I don't think that's who he was and all that stuff. From his whatever his sacred timeline is and all that stuff and everything like that, or it's like and everything. Because like he is a being from the TVA and all that stuff overall. But I'm letting Manny have this one in a way to see where this goes and all that stuff.
It'd be cool. I mean, if it doesn't happen,
You're cutting out.
that'd be pretty cool. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But
Yeah,
if it does, it's
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. No. I was
I
like
mean, I
again.
mean, also, it could just be not the main. Maybe Morbius, the Living Vampire, isn't the main variant, but it is a variant. Um, I don't know how this thing works. We're going to see how their stuff works in Loki in episode 5.
Mobius' sacred timeline is him being on a jet ski. That's all.
But a different timeline shows him becoming the living vampire and changing his name.
Isn't no, I'm not gonna get into this. And all that stuff. It's
If
already
they reveal,
it's already bad enough. I have to wait for Friday for his one theory to hope whatever if that ever comes true on Friday.
oh yeah, for those of you wondering what he's talking about, Ursa Major is in Black Widow. Are they gonna explain him or say anything like other than the fact that his name is? I can't remember Ursa Major's name. His real name, not his superhero name. Can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. Damn, wish I knew right now. It's probably gonna be a person that maybe they don't show how that he can transform yet. They don't show anything yet. But I'm saying Ursa Major's in Black Widow. There's another video later on. I can't remember one of the past videos that we had um, that we talk about Black Widow, and I say that theory and I explain it out and who it is. Um, and there's even the actor. I say the actor's name, I think, and like it was on his Instagram. It was kind of sketchy. Um, he posted it, took it down, all that stuff. So go watch that video if you guys would like to know. It's just another theory again. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. We'll see Friday. I'll let you guys know. Unless you guys watch it yourselves on Friday as well, then you'll it's right around. But
Mikolai Yurkovich Ursus. If I said that right.
there you go. If we hear Nikolai Ershkovich Ursus, I think that's how he said it.
Isn't Mikolai a common Russian name though?
Yeah, but I mean, if you get that full name, like if they're just like, "Hey, Nikolai, get vodka," like you're like, I don't know, maybe, you know. What I mean? But hold on, if they call him Nikolai, did you say with an M or an N?
It's with an M.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded like you said with an N the first time,
I
and the second
know.
time, so you said, okay. If they say like, and also I think you said this was an N, that's the common one. I don't think it's
No,
common to have it with an M.
I think it's the M. I believe it's the M. I've
It might be.
and all that stuff.
It might be. What else? If they call him Nikolai, and it's the actor that I theorized, then it's him. If it's some other dude, who knows? But if it's some Swedish actor. He's like a, oh man, I have to get the name. Um, we'll put it somewhere. I'll put it on Instagram. I don't know. Follow me on Instagram. After the minute. Yeah. So if it's Mikolai, it's Ursa Major. It's my theory.
While we're on topic of Black Widow, because it comes out this Friday, and we are going to be seeing it with a review on next week's episode.
Oh,
Somewhat. Uh, are you excited?
really excited! Really excited to see your past. Really excited to see Red Guardian. As well as Taskmaster. Taskmaster is a really dope character in my opinion, and a really dope villain, anti-villain, whatever you want to call him. I think it's pretty cool how they like shadows other characters. I think that's dope.
All right. Continuing with
That's
our
all I can say for me.
I don't know how I should do this.
Just come out. Okay.
Okay, we'll do the. I'll figure whatever. So okay. So continuing on entertainment, we're gonna talk. We'll continue with Black Widow in a way, but it's with an article that Manny has sent to me saying how it's projected to be higher than Fast Nine and all that stuff. Now, from what I have gathered, and because since we are like a couple weeks out since F9, a week or something like that, opening weekend for F9 was domestically 70 million. That was here in the States. And also worldwide, and I think this is best catching up with adding domestic with what's been out so far worldwide because it's been out already in the other countries. 405 million. Um, Based off what everything is supposed to be saying Black Widow is projected to have an weekend opening total between 65 to 90 million. That's most likely domestic. Uh, from that range and all that stuff, especially in a COVID pandemic, post COVID, and everything like that. Um, for what do you say about that? What do you think of that? Think that's gonna become
Uh,
true? We get
I don't know about like number how much it's gonna make exactly like in general. I don't have any like theories on that because I just don't follow that enough.
all I'm asking is it gonna
I
beat
do
it or not?
say that it's I no, that's what I'm saying. I do predict that it will be because of one reason. They have theaters, and it's also on Disney Plus.
Don't count that.
Um,
You can't count
can't you
that.
though?
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
All right.
In all
Well, I
honesty,
still say it's gonna
in my
beat it.
opinion, no, this is just my opinion. You can't count that just for the fact that because it's not because I said box office. This is box office.
Oh, it does say box office.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, but I still believe that it will beat Fast and Furious, just because I feel like there's possibly more. I hate to use it. I hate to use this word against Fast and Furious, but I feel like there's possibly more families. How we get it. Anyways,
That was dumb.
that would that,
I I get it,
that
but
would
that was dumb.
yeah. That would go and see Black Widow. Just because like you got like a daughter, you got a son, you got a brother, you got a cousin,
Well,
and
here's
it's like
like,
let's go see Black
but then
Widow.
again, like here's the thing about the family part. You mentioned for the fact that this is coming out on Disney Plus via Premier Access for the $30 fee and everything like that. Wouldn't you think families would use that instead of going to the theaters?
Yeah, but here's the thing: families have been
No,
have been
don't do it. No, that was I don't know. I don't like where this is going already.
no, I just feel like during this whole pandemic thing, like they've been in the house quite a bit. Like, yeah, they go get groceries. Yeah, they go, you know, get groceries. I guess is the only other thing. That is something I can explain. Go do necessities,
You're cutting
but
out.
they. Hello, hello,
Better,
testing, one, two,
better.
testing, one, two. Okay. Um, because of this pandemic, I feel like families have been only out to do necessities and you know jobs and stuff. So to go out as a family right now, I feel like it's kind of a big thing. So to go as a family and see, you know, Black Widow would be is a pretty big draw too. I think that's why I feel like they'd be more open to going and see theaters as a family. Uh, as I keep that's dead, a dead horse. Um, as seeing it in theaters as opposed to just sitting at home and watching it
Keep
because they've
talking.
been at home for so long.
Keep talking. Give me a second.
Okay. So that's just my opinion. Some families might be, staying home and watching it. I guess if you just didn't really care. But I know a lot of people that do feel like they can finally get out now and start doing more things together with their kids and stuff. So I feel like this is a good option. Kind of know theaters are following guidelines and stuff like that. So it still is a pretty safe option to take your kids out and go see a movie. So I just feel like more people would be open to that as opposed to staying home like they've been. Well,
So I'm just going with this and just making trying to make an art not make an argument but try to say this. 2 adult tickets, 2 child tickets, 5 p.m. showing Thursday night for Black Widow. $48.72.
Okay.
That's not including concessions, foods, or anything like that. If they decide to go that route,
Yeah.
and everything like that, and then plus gas on the way, maybe,
So you're looking like at $100 with concessions.
and all that stuff. Again,
That was a joke.
I'm just
But
saying,
yeah.
I heard you earlier about saying like some families will do this, some families won't. We'll do the other thing also, but I'm just saying that, putting that
Yeah.
out there.
Putting it out there.
I'm
Yeah.
just putting it out there. That's just for the tickets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
With the
You're looking
convenience
at probably like $50 with concessions.
and all that stuff and everything. So,
Depends how many
and
kids you got.
that's a family of 4. Also, that's a
Yeah.
family of 4. It's a family of 4, and all that stuff. Well, we're gonna talk about the movie anyways in a little bit. I went to when I saw Fast 9. The row next to me, the rest of the seats that was there. It was 2 or 3 adults with 4 or 5 kids.
As a family.
Saw Fast 9 and also in Dolby Cinema, also, and that's more.
Oh, damn! You saw that.
That's more. Did they have concessions? Yes, they did.
Oh,
They ball. That was balling. 1, that was balling. 2,
that was
like,
that
and
was big boy ball.
but granted, also, Fast 9 doesn't have the access of Black Widow does with via the Disney Plus thing and all that stuff and everything. So,
You know.
so that's understandable why that family would go to the theater still. Though Dolby Cinema, you took your kids to see it in Dolby Cinema. I mean, save you some money.
Hey,
Try to save you some money at least.
I mean,
Don't get me
them
wrong.
engine sounds, although they're not the correct engine for that vehicle, which irks me so bad,
I bet it did.
still sound dope. Still sounds dope.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I was like,
And also, like,
I don't. That's nice of you to splurge a bit for your kids and all that stuff.
I mean, like I said though, like what I said for Black Widow is also the same for Fast 9. Like people do want to take their kids out finally after what 2 years, a year of
A
being
year.
locked in the
2
house.
years.
with quarantine. I don't know why I said 2 years. My kids would answer. Um, having their kids in the house for a year, like they can finally like actually take them out and be safe within the guidelines, and their kids can experience an outing again and get back to some type of normal life. So I feel like people are just down to do that no matter what. Like it's still like it's something. It's not like you know going to well you can go to the beach, but you know it's a good experience, especially for kids from what they've been used to lately. It's some form of normality, which I feel like as of right now is what a lot of people want and what a lot of people need. So I feel like it'll be good.
I think it was 6 seats if I saw it correctly. Sorry, I'm just 2 adults,
What do you think of Fast Nine? You like it?
4 kids, 6 tickets. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the ticket pricing for Dolby Cinema for the number of people I saw.
Now, how many concessions did they have?
Tickets alone, $104.
Whoa!
Well,
Damn,
I did 2 adults, 4 kids. That's why, and all that stuff.
that's what you saw.
Well, that's what I believe what I saw. Now, give me a second. I'm gonna adjust it.
If you were how do I word this? Um, if you had if you were vertically impaired,
Oh yeah,
uh,
I was right. It's $3 more. That's minus.
yeah, let's do that. If you were vertically impaired,
I don't like where this is going.
would you try to get a child ticket?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would even go with a theater if I was vertically impaired.
Wow. You know what that means, right?
No, I don't because I'm like I don't know if I'm understanding that right.
I don't know if it's an offensive word, so I don't really want to say a short person. Like like as in like not a giant.
Oh, short.
Yeah, like vertically impaired. I don't know because I feel like I heard the M word is offensive to us, so I don't want to say it
I
and like
don't.
offend
That's why I
people.
haven't said it.
Yeah. So if you were vertically impaired, would you try to get
A
a child
child?
ticket?
No.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
I don't know. That's just weird.
Because I heard a dude said he tried to get it was on it was on TikTok, and he said him and his wife went. His wife got an adult ticket. He got a child ticket. You can do that?
He
He's like, I
probably
didn't know you could do that.
does. He look like a kid? Like
He
basically.
has a beard.
That's weird. Um,
He has a beard, and I was like,
conti-
okay.
continuing on with MCU news in a bit. Before we get to our the rest of our stuff. Um, James Gunn, director of course, the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, and the upcoming The Suicide Squad movie, says that he doesn't consider shows pre WandaVision MCU canon. Now, shows that he's referring to are such as Agents of Shield, Agent Carter, the Netflix series such as like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and all that stuff. He doesn't consider those canon, actual canon. Um, Manny.
I consider them all canon except for Agents of Shield because that's what I had previously thought was said to be true. Was that all of them except Agents of Shield was canon, or Agents of Shield and Jessica Jones? I think those are the two that I heard from some article I
So
read. I'm
so
pretty sure those are the two that were excluded.
so Shield was intentionally supposed to be that connection in a way, but um, it tended to branch off and all that stuff and do its own thing. Especially after trying to, because it tried to make the show more connective as possible, didn't work.
Yeah.
Um, the Netflix series, which and all that stuff, and then this is how I feel. Always had referenced the MCU, but never try to connect itself with it and all that stuff
Yeah.
in a way. Um, and all that stuff. Like, and then of course, Agent Carter. It's tough. It's a tough one. It's a tough with that show in particularly
Yeah.
because the thing with that is more of how the timeline works, especially the how because that only lasted 2 seasons, and season 2 ended on a cliffhanger, unfortunately. Um,
Well, uh, Loki episode one when Loki gets brought into the TVA
yes,
in the
there
background.
was a there's a somewhat of an image of that looks like Agent Carter. Yes, I know that.
Yeah,
I
and
I
the
get
outfit she wears in season two.
I get that and all that
Maybe that's why it
stuff.
was cut.
But as of right now, and this is me trying not to bring Loki into this with the TVA and all that stuff and everything, because of that, I I stopped considering those shows canon a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
every single one of the shows. In all honesty, even the Runaways, which was on Hulu, and then Cloak and Dagger, and
Cloak and Dagger is another one that I didn't think was meant to be canon,
and all that stuff
in my opinion.
and everything. Well,
Um,
yeah, those ones are those ones in particular were never canon.
yeah,
It's just more of the fact.
I always thought I was it was always my understanding that the Netflixes were, except Peggy.
They never fully officially said that. Especially honestly with even with Agent Carter, the only reason she got a show is because of her popularity as a person.
Yeah,
But this like there was never fully like the only show out of all of those that had like somewhat mentions of like that's it's supposed to be connected to to the movies is Shield. Everything else was like you can reference the MCU, but it doesn't make you fully official canon and all that
yeah.
stuff. So I kind of gave up on that like a long time ago and all that stuff.
Now, okay, so let's just go with your personal opinion that the Netflix none of them, are connected.
Mm.
would you like to see certain characters reprise their roles as the same character?
Oh, of course,
Like certain actors reprise their roles?
of course. Like
Now, which one did you like to see?
Daredevil.
That's it?
Well, I mean, no, I mean like the one I would most likely want is Daredevil, but I would love to see every single one of them, like in MCU proper and all that stuff. Like I think,
Okay.
like I would love, like right now, I would love to see Jessica
I'm sure.
Jones and She Hulk and everything like that. I feel like that would work
That makes sense.
and all that
That would
stuff.
work.
Iron Fist, though the show wasn't good, I did like
I thought the show was good.
it had
I
its
thought the show was
moments.
good.
It had its moments. I like season
It,
one,
it wasn't bad, but it
season one.
wasn't the Punisher.
That's a whole other thing in itself. Um,
Punisher was badass.
and all that stuff. Like season. Wait, they only did what? Fist only did one season, if I remember correctly.
I think so. I think.
Yeah, the whole season, like that whole season, like I get it, but it's at the same time, it's just like, and this is probably just me trying to like, because I enjoyed each first season of the other shows so much. This one just
Yeah.
kind of felt like,
For
there
me,
you go.
it kind the only reason it kind of dipped for me for that one was at the time that was being a thing. I was starting to get into Arrow, and in my opinion, I'd rather watch Arrow than Iron Fist. Like it's just you know what I mean. I'd
I
rather
was
devote
already
my
well
time
into
watching
I
Arrow.
was already well into Arrow, but then like there was also at the time there was also like I think this is somewhat kills me too. It's like there was stuff about saying how the show's kind of like white privileged in a way, and how the show should have been like led with an Asian American character and all that stuff. And I'm like,
Wasn't Iron Fist?
huh? Iron Fist is a white dude.
Wasn't Iron?
Yes,
Yeah, in the comics too, right?
yes, yes. My point exactly. And all that stuff.
I was like, wait.
I will admit how the story portrayed of Danny Rand in the show didn't seem right and all that stuff because at the end of the day he wanted back his company at the same time it's just like no that shouldn't what you be doing after being gone for so long and all that
Yeah.
stuff and everything like that. So that stuff like I get, but the fact that it's like your people are saying like that he should have been an Asian American Asian descent.
It's
No,
just not
in all honesty,
accurate.
in all
Yeah,
honesty, no.
it's
Um,
perfectly fine.
and everything. So that's a no. Uh, in my
I
opinion,
didn't
though.
even hear about that.
In my
Damn.
opinion, yeah, that was before the show came out
Oh wow. Hmm,
and all that stuff.
that's weird.
That was before the show came out.
So was it like that they just personally just didn't know that in the comics he was a white male,
They should
or
have. People
were
should
they
know.
like trying to change it for
They
some
just
reason?
want to make it different.
Oh, okay.
It's like how in Strange the ancient one was a white woman.
Oh yeah,
That one I could.
because
That
the
one was
China thing, right?
yeah. It's an Asian thing. It's like that one is more understandable than Danny Rand. In all honesty,
No, but was it the reason they changed the
it was
ancient one
supposed to.
because of China?
The ancient one was supposed to be more of like they wanted to show a female was supposed to be for female representation, but the fact of her race was more of the issue and all that stuff.
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is,
Uh,
I had also heard something that they wanted to do the other ancient one from the comics, and they couldn't because China said no because it was a Tibetan
I
monk
don't
or
know
something
anything
like that.
about that. I don't care about that.
I didn't heard
Yes.
that one. I didn't hear the other one.
And all that stuff. Like it was
I'll
more
have to
the
look it up.
fact that she was white than in the fact that she was a female and all that stuff. And because like people
Yeah,
didn't because the thing was about the female thing. Like the ancient one is a being of its own. It can be any. It can be. It's one of those things where it can be anyone at any time, kind of
yeah.
things. So that's why they went with the woman, but she was white. But then like later now, Feige um, admits to the fact that they could have done better for that casting in a way and all that stuff. Um, but it is what it is. What? But what?
Yeah, I thought she did a good job.
No,
Like,
it's fine. Yeah,
I thought she did a good job.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it,
like
it wasn't like,
it is. It
bad.
happened. We have to acknowledge it and all that stuff. I get the fact that it's like there should have been a better representation for it. That's fine, but it happened. All we can do is do we. All they can do is just make sure they do right next time, and they have with Shang Chi so far.
Yeah, yeah.
and all
Dude,
that stuff
Shang-Chi looks awesome.
and everything. That's where I want to see Iron Fist. Well, it's like it's not him as Iron Fist, but more of as Danny Rand
Yeah.
in a way.
Does he does in the does it add up? Like, does it match up in the comics as well or no?
They know each other. Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's
they
good.
they know each
I can
other.
see that thing. Yeah.
They know each other. Um,
Maybe he's in that fight thing
no.
in what thinking is magical.
Well, I mean, like maybe his whatever I forget the actual group name of who he was from when he's
Yeah,
trained as Iron Fist. Maybe that's in there. That can reference that. Um,
that'd be dope.
Luke
Just for
Cage.
character world building.
Luke Cage is a difficult one, unfortunately.
Dude, I saw like a you know how people just make
Well,
art like
no,
with actors' face?
She Hulk could work also. She Hulk could work also.
Good.
Yeah, they know each other
Oh,
in the comics and all that
oh,
stuff
okay.
and all that stuff.
That
So
works.
it can work in there, or it's like something. Yeah, it could work either way. Like say like because the big rumor is supposed to be like the actual actor that played Daredevil, Charlie Cox, I think is his name if I remember correctly. He is supposed to be in the next Spider-Man movie.
I heard that. Yeah, he's supposed to be
As
his lawyer,
yeah, because that's I can't believe I'm blanking on the actual name of Daredevil.
Matt Murdock.
There we go. Matt Murdock, yeah, is the lawyer and all that stuff. And he's a lawyer and all that stuff. My thought was like, say, like Matt Murdock needs someone to look at something that he can't do and all that stuff and everything. Luke Cage comes into play on that. That'd be interesting. Same thing. It's the same thing with She-Hulk also and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
either works either way. So it's like there is a way to implement them. But then
I'd like to see like what you said basically, but Jessica Jones for She-Hulk, Iron Fist for Shang-Chi, and then Luke Cage and Daredevil for Spider-Man. I think that'd be kind of dope. Like having them in their own separate movies is like
yeah.
another character. I think
But
that'd be kind of dope.
the other thing also is for the fact that if the actors themselves are willing to do that, to do it
Yeah.
again. Now
Well,
I know
John Berthenol said he wanted to play Punisher.
I didn't
I
bring
know
up
that.
okay, I wasn't talking I didn't bring up Punisher at all and all that stuff.
Did you not like Punisher?
I was just talking about I haven't even mentioned him at all. So it's like you can't I like
I know. That's what
let
it
me talk
sounds
about
like.
the four. Let me talk about the first four and all that stuff and everything because I have a thing for Punisher and everything. Um I'm only talking about the four right now and all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And Charlie has mentioned he's still interested of being Matt Murdock and Daredevil again, even if it's MCU proper. The other three I do not know whatever whatsoever. I'm sure they probably would if it was the right
Yeah.
opportunity and all that stuff. Maybe a somewhat of a revival or reboot of their shows on Disney Plus in a way. That could be
That'd
cool.
be tight. I
But
saw
but make it more
uh
MCU proper.
yeah. What do you call it? Not concept art. Like fan art. I saw a fan art of Terry Crews as Iron Fist, and it actually looked dope. Like he had like the facial hair at the time.
Hmm.
It looked dope. Not Iron Fist. Luke Cage. I'm sorry. I said Iron Fist. It looked pretty cool, and that'd be tight. I really like Terry Crews, but I feel like that'd be expensive to get him to play. You know,
It wouldn't be
him.
expensive. I don't think it would be expensive, but it's just more of the fact of
And also
it's
like
basic.
I mean, if the actor is willing to reprise his role in MCU proper, like I say, go with him. But
Yeah,
like,
I mean it's like, but then again, it's like they just got the rights back to those characters too, so I think they're gonna take their time with them.
yeah, yeah,
Now
definitely.
Punisher. I,
The best character
I'm not
in
saying
the in Netflix
I'm not
universe.
saying it's a complicated one and all that stuff. Especially, I'd never finished season two.
Really? No,
Mm. I enjoyed one.
you just didn't like it?
I don't know what it is about two that just like. I think it's just for the fact that there's this human element to him in a way that threw me off.
I thought they made it doper.
I don't. Don't get me wrong. It's like I like that stuff, but I don't know what it was about it that just like threw me. Like I would love to see like more of him as a human, like a human element to him and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know what it is about that in particular that just threw me off. Unless I was just fatigued by all that stuff because I knew the show was
You
ending.
could have been.
I think, and plus the fact that was around the time all the shows were ending and all that stuff, and I was just like, eh.
You could have because I got that way with I didn't see Jessica Jones, The Defenders, until I found out that it was ending. So I watched them both, and I kind of felt fatigued. I was like, kind of like, why am I watching this? This isn't connected. This is ending. Why am I watching it? Uh, I feel like it could have been that because that's the way I feel with those two.
Mm.
I was just kind of watching them to watch them. Like it wasn't really, but I personally really enjoyed the Punisher, and I enjoyed the John Bernthal who played him. I feel like he did an amazing
Oh
job as the
yeah,
Punisher.
oh yeah. Like don't get me wrong. Like when he debuted in season 2 of Daredevil and all and everything in that story scene, I was like, this guy's perfect and all that stuff.
Yeah, he
I
has that look. He has that like rugged look.
again, it's just more the fact of I'm not saying he's
How did he introduce him?
how do you properly how do you make him MCU proper for who he is and everything like that. It's the same question.
Deadpool.
Anyways, um, I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying just throw Deadpool in the movie. I'm saying like if they're gonna do a Deadpool thing the way he was originally like done in the Sony's hands,
Fox.
Fox's hands, like, and they're gonna do the rated R Deadpool. I feel like that'd be kind of cool to see like a serious Punisher with like the kind of goofy Daredevil,
But like
Deadpool,
it's like see that's the thing.
and also it's comic accurate too. They know each other, they hate each other.
But see that's the thing. So like say uh Punisher comes to the MCU. Movie, show, if it's a show,
I say so.
so now here's the next question. Do you place that in Disney Plus or you take it to Hulu?
I say ship that to Hulu. I don't know if you can put that one on Disney Plus. If they're gonna keep it the same way it was on
Exactly.
The Netflix version, I don't think you put that on Disney Plus. I don't think
Exactly.
or unless you do like a age thing, like you go to click play and it's like, are you with the parent or something?
No, they're
Are
not
you a
gonna do
parental
that.
guidance? And, I mean, that's the only way I can see it being on Disney
They're not.
Plus.
They're not gonna. It'll land on Disney Plus, but not here in America.
Yeah, it's gonna be like in the
Europe.
UK Disney Plus. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We're gonna have to watch it on Hulu or something.
and all that stuff. So, I mean, like I said, like the four: Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, pretty much the Defenders. I can see though. I can see MCU proper placements for them and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Possibly giving them a show, or if not, cameo movies and stuff like that, relations and all that stuff. Even on certain Disney Plus shows and everything. So it's just more of the fact. It's just more of if it happens, when it will it happen? Are the characters gonna come back and all that stuff? Because I feel like I feel like they can do it in MCU proper and all that stuff.
yeah,
And it's just that's just how I feel about it and all that stuff. But other than that, it's
yeah.
like
And also, it's like I can see, like, whenever I try to picture a new character coming into the MCU, I always try to picture like an end game ish event happening where they have to team up for some reason, like not to defeat Thanos, but like they have to, team up for some reason. Do I see, uh, Spider-Man and War Machine and Shang-Chi? Yeah, I do. Do I see them with Iron Fist? Maybe. Do I see them with Luke Cage? Yeah. Do I see them with Punisher? No. You know what I mean? Like that's the hard part. Like, do you see the Punisher teaming up with Spider-Man, Ant-Man, the Wasp, you know,
you don't have to.
Sam and Bucky? Like, I don't really see them. So like, I don't know if they'd be interested in just doing Punisher connected. Yeah, keep them connected to the MCU, but don't really keep them in the MCU
You don't.
like movies.
Well, you don't need
I
to
don't know if they'd
keep.
be
You
interested in
don't need
that.
to keep him in all the big projects. Like, trust me. Like, I think we've gone beyond the point now of just having a Avengers movie. It just can be titled a certain event name based off a name and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, like I would say Secret Invasion is an example of that, but that's more of that's a Disney Plus series though, and everything
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it's like, say if like, what's the name of a big event? Civil War Two.
Um.
Civil War Two. You don't even add
Do that.
Captain. You don't
Yeah.
even add Captain America. Just make it Civil War Two. Even though it's a thing in the comics, it's a thing in the comics. You just have to.
Yeah. Just Marvel Civil War 2.
Yeah, you can do that. I think they've earned that right to do that kind of stuff now. To have their
Yeah.
events
Now
named.
I could see Punisher in a Civil War movie.
Exactly.
I could see him in that. Uh, but I feel like he'd be a character that's like he has his own movies and stuff. Yeah, he has a show maybe on Disney Plus or Hulu, but he's not in every Marvel movie.
Oh
And
yeah.
I feel like that'd be kind of cool.
No, that's
I don't know
fine.
if they'd be
Not
willing to
every
do
show.
that. I don't know if they'd
Not
be
every.
willing to do that.
Not every hero in the MCU currently or was in every single thing before that. They were in certain
So yeah, but
parts.
I'm saying like as in team up, like a big team, like he doesn't have to be in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Disney be interested in doing that or
No, they
Marvel,
would. I think
but I
they.
think it'd be dope.
It'd be. I think it's interesting enough to have that kind of stuff because you know it's gonna be
Yeah,
because it's MC because
and
they
also
are.
because
It
like
is.
what if
They're an
there's
MCU and all that stuff, and it's just like you don't need to have like, but you don't need to have everyone there and all that stuff because it's like stuff is happening. I mean, Ant-Man wasn't in
yeah,
Infinity War and all that stuff and everything, so it's like,
this is good step away.
yeah,
No, he was stuck with. He was in the bus. Uh,
okay. Um, but yeah,
could you see the Punisher in Endgame though? Like if he
no,
was introduced to for some,
no.
you couldn't see it. What do you think he'd be doing? I feel like he'd just be
Well, that depends.
doing
Well, that
push-ups.
depend. That depends on how Infinity War plays out. Did he get snapped?
For the sake of to find out what happened, let's say he doesn't.
So okay, so let's say Frank Castle pre Infinity War, he oh oh, I think I just pulled an MCU origin story out right now in the back on the top of my head right now. Let's say let's go with this. Frank Castle pre Infinity War. Um, doesn't he's not married and all that stuff and everything like that. No, so he's just now starting in a way. None of his family gets snapped and everything like that. It's just him and his life. They know about it and everything like that. Say during the 5 year gap though, that's when it goes haywire and all that stuff.
That's when the whole
His parents, his family dies and everything like that. His kids, his wife, and everything like that. That's where his growth. That's where the growth of becoming the Punisher comes from, and all that stuff. But he's not known as the Punisher. He's just known as just some random guy that's just killing people.
some vigilante.
Some vigilante. Similar of how what happened to Hawkeye, but 10 times worse. Um,
Yeah, you're right.
and all that stuff. But and then of course, Endgame comes. Endgame happens. Everyone's back and all that stuff. I mean, of course, except for his family because they died during the 5 year gap, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And but apparently, it's like the people that he killed, like, were part of stuff that the people that came back from the blip and all that stuff. They're bad guys and all that stuff, and they hunt him down or something like that. Say, I'm just going off the top of my head.
yeah,
Boom, boom, and all that stuff. Like that's something that can be something established. Because remember, we have a 5 year gap that we know nothing about.
yeah.
In all honesty,
I would like to see something, saying, not saying, I said saying, uh, something like that takes place within the 5 year gap would be kind of cool. I think that'd be really cool.
yeah, that's like so. Like I think we're gonna get those stories and all that stuff. Like I think if Black Widow is giving us something that happens between Civil War and Infinity War, it's only bound to and it's only bound for us to be excited for something that happened within the gap the blip in the 5 year
Yeah.
gap.
When does Shang-Chi land climatically?
I have no idea. No one knows.
Oh, okay. I thought they released it. I just didn't know.
Based how it looks, it could be post in game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just couldn't tell if it was far in the future or
No,
like kind of like
no, it's like
around where Falcon and Soldier were.
no, it's yeah. So it's like so right now all the shows minus Loki because that's a little timey wimey thing right there.
Yeah.
Those are within the first year of, and even home no
No Way Home.
Far From Home.
Oh, Far From
Far From Home. They're all within the first year after Endgame, if I remember correctly,
Home.
and all that stuff. So Shang,
Yeah, because WandaVision was the day of.
no, couple weeks,
Yeah, because you see
couple
Monica come back.
weeks, couple weeks. So
So
okay,
why do you
no,
see
no.
Monica?
So no. Episode 4 starts off like that, yeah. But when we start
Was it a flashback?
yeah, because it's a flashback in a way.
Oh, okay.
It starts off as a flashback and all that stuff. Because it starts the
Okay.
day of when everyone comes back in Endgame, yeah. But when you jump forward, it is a couple weeks after. Once they, like how that episode go when she starts going back to Sword and everything, it's a couple weeks after.
Okay. Okay. And then I knew Falcon and Soldier was definitely
6
weeks
months.
after. I knew that. 6
6 months.
months?
I think it was
Okay.
6 months if I heard correctly.
Spider-Man was a week after Falcon and Soldier or a week before?
It's somewhere between Falcon and WandaVision, if I remember correctly.
Okay. And then Loki, like you said, we don't know. Okay.
Marvel. Okay, so that one's is an interesting one because it starts off in Avengers,
Avengers 1.
Avengers
Yeah.
1, which is 2012. So
Yeah.
pretty much we're going based off that, and then like pretty much the rest of the way, and also
Yeah.
depending on how time works and all that stuff in the TVA
And depending how it ends as well.
and where it ends. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing you have to remember on with that.
Yeah. So as of right now, would you call it a prequel? No, huh?
Shang-Chi
No,
or what?
Loki. What would you call it right now?
Nothing. I don't call it a prequel because it's not technically a prequel.
A prequel would be pre Iron Man, right?
Pretty much anything.
Okay.
You know what? Anything. And also, except for Captain America because that was the timeline wise.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Those are pre Iron Man 1.
So then a prequel would technically pre Captain America and Captain Marvel would be a
Honestly,
prequel then, huh?
pretty much Eternals is like a prequel in a way.
Eternals is a prequel. Okay.
Technically.
Yeah.
I don't think a prequel exists. Honestly,
No. But like I'm trying to like see like where Loki would like because we don't really know at all. I was trying to get like a grasp, like a very loose grasp on it. So Shang-Chi, I don't know. It'd be cool to find out like
Oh yeah, I think that is one main questions of that movie is where is it set?
yeah,
Because if you know it, because like especially now the fact that the fight scene between Abomination and Wong is in that movie.
in magical.
It makes it a little bit harder to know of when because Wong, if I remember correctly, did survive the blip.
Maybe?
I think so.
Maybe. Who knows? I don't know.
I'm trying to remember.
I honestly can't tell you. I know he came back in Endgame, but I don't know if he got blipped away because they didn't show Wong get blipped away. I don't know. You gonna look it up, or we're just gonna
I'm
guess?
looking it up.
I'm just gonna guess he did. Just because I don't know. I feel like he did.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe wiki should have a specific thing if characters were blip or not.
They should. Just a list, blip, no blip.
Because you know how they like have like name, citizenship, gender, affiliation, and all that stuff, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's one that says status and it says alive, but it should show it. But that doesn't help me, and I want to know if it says it should have something that says blipped and then yes or no as the option.
Yeah. Just look up was Wong blipped.
And all that stuff because that just lets us know.
Yeah.
The Masters.
Do you think that's Magic-War? I know a lot of people think it's Magic-War. I personally think it's Magic-War.
What?
I hope it is. The fight. Do you think it's in Madripoor?
Magic War,
Magicpoor, no, Madripoor,
Madripoor.
the city. Yeah.
No,
Well, where do you think it is?
somewhere in Frisco.
What?
Well, that's
All right.
where Shang-Chi is located in.
That's true.
Unless
That's
it's
true.
unless it's some other place that where the Mandarin where the Mandarin takes him and all that stuff.
But then from yeah, but then here's the hard part. From the looks of it, um, Aquafina's character doesn't go with him when the Mandarin takes him, right?
Huh?
From the trailer, she's only in the Frisco scene, huh?
Who?
And that fight scene. Aquafina's character.
No, she's in that scene. So if you remember the first trailer, that scene where the chopper is, where they're going to meet him and all stuff, she's there with them.
Oh, okay. 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 It could be. Maybe it is. Um, I like to think it's metaphor. But then it's like all my other guesses or personal opinions. It doesn't happen. I'm cool with it. I'd like to see if it is another city. I'm excited. This magic one. I'm excited. I'm just looking forward to Shang-Chi. It looks really cool. Love karate movies. Love those type of movies. Especially as a kid, I loved karate and the movies that they had, such as uh, Bloodsport, Enter the Dragon, anything with Chuck Norris. So anything with Stallone and stuff. I like those old action movies. And for some reason, Shang-Chi gives me that vibe. I don't think it is, but it gives me that vibe. And just super excited about it. So it doesn't matter where it is, to be honest. I was just excited that Abomination is coming back. Um, he looks really cool. I'm excited. I'm excited they're bringing back, stuff from the Hulk in '08. I actually really liked that movie. Uh, I'm kind of sad that it's not a Disney Plus, but there's rights and stuff. So,
What is the fuck?
continue.
Okay, so okay, people are saying no. People are saying yes. I'm gonna go based off. I'm gonna go based off from what I believe because I remember this. So back around when Endgame was being promoted, there was posters that came out, and it showed most of all the characters and all that stuff. But if you notice with with those posters on certain characters, some were darkened and some were show like the actual color of who they are and all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, that
Hmm.
actually it was like individual posters of different characters from the game from the show from the MCU. That right there, what that represented is if they were snapped or not.
You know what another easy way to do it? If he was in the Marvel, the Marvel, War vs. Marvel that shows all them in comics. If he was in that and he wasn't in Endgames, shows his lip.
You're talking about the Marvel Studio thing.
Yeah,
He's never in
because
that.
in the Endgame
He
one,
was never in
I
those.
didn't know.
He was never in those.
Oh, that sucks. It makes it harder.
You know,
Because if he was in those, he wouldn't be. It would be him. It
no,
would
no,
just
no,
be empty space in
no.
the
I'm going based
Endgame
off.
one.
I'm going based off that because I remember those pictures. I remember those posters and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then Wong's poster was colored, not darkened, so he survived the snap.
Okay.
So yeah, he
So
survived it.
this could be during Endgame. This could be during the 5 year gap too.
Maybe
That'd be
depends.
kind of cool.
It depends. We'll see. Because I'm still not finding anything about where this happened.
Maybe with the Sorcerer Supreme gone, uh, Wong wanted to get, I don't know, fight practice. I don't know. I don't know why he'd be there.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Maybe he was trying to get practice for when Doctor Strange came back. So I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool to see when it is, to find out when it is. But I kind of be glad. I'd be perfectly fine with just finding out the day of. I'd be perfectly fine with
Yeah, I am too because like
that. Yeah.
I know it's like people always ask about that stuff and it's just like they always stress out about it, but I'm just like I'm just happy to see the
Yeah,
movie.
I'm just really excited for it. Like, I don't
Um,
know if you were, when you were looking it up, I don't know if you were hearing me, but what I was saying when you were looking up the Wong and I was trying to fill up dead air, I don't know if you heard me.
I don't. I couldn't. I heard you were talking, but I was trying to like focus, and I was reading at the same time, so it was like kind of hard.
I was basically saying like I just as a kid I was like karate movies and stuff like that, like Bloodsport, Enter the Dragon, stuff like that,
Oh,
and it kind of reminds me of that. So like anything with Chuck Norris in it. Um,
oh yeah. Because who better to represent martial artists than Chuck Norris himself?
Chuck Norris, hey,
Okay,
he
no, no,
fought
no, no,
Bruce Lee
no,
and
no,
almost
no, no,
won.
no,
He
no, no,
almost
no.
won.
Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's not do this.
You remember that when he's like,
Let's not do
and they're
this.
like,
Let's
oh,
move on.
and then they do that fight scene.
Let's
Bruce
move
Lee
on.
wins, but Chuck Norris didn't
I
win.
love the fact that I say let's move on. You're still trying to talk
Oh,
and all that stuff. Um, we're
Chuck
skip we're,
Norris doesn't do push-ups.
we're skipping Fast Nine because it was Fast Nine.
And it was like,
It was Fast Nine. Good
yeah.
movie. I enjoyed it. That's it. Can't wait for
My
10.
take.
Can't
Didn't care for it.
can't wait
Gonna
for
see 10 though.
can't wait for 10 and 11.
I was like, my take on it.
Can't wait
Didn't
for
enjoy it. Gonna see 10 and 11 though.
can't wait for 10 and 11. That's it.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm still seeing them.
we'll end this on sports. We're talking about college football. Um, well, two
The
things.
Longhorns.
Two
What
things.
the?
Players can now sell their likeness, and second thing, we could be finally getting an expansion in the college football playoff to 12 teams. Um,
Oh,
Manny, I will give the ringer to you. Um, which one?
pick one.
Yeah,
Which one? What?
yeah.
Oh, the likenesses,
The
and
likeness,
also OU sets.
the likeness, the
Yeah,
what?
I said let's go with the likenesses. Also OU sets.
Anyways, so now as of now, it is now official that players can now uh get paid for names, likeness, and I forgot what the I was, um, and all that stuff. From what I remember, it still needs to get the conferences still have to name, image, likeness rights while playing in college. That's what's it's official. The Supreme Court sided with the players on this and everything like that. Certain laws still need to be put in place based on state and, of course, the conferences themselves and all that stuff. So far, I'm trying to get like more of the recent stuff. Um, Latest thing. This is based off of where we're at, off this ESPN article. Um, Six conference heads propose a new plan that would make individual schools responsible for creating their own NIL policies, name, image, likeness. If I to repeat that, the proposal, the new proposal surfaced after a pair of Senate hearings in June that made it clear federal law was not imminent. Okay, so no federal law. Looks like it's going based off schools and all that stuff. Um, for legislation, NCAA has asked Congress for help in creating a federal law. While several federal options have been proposed, it's becoming increasingly likely that state laws will start to go in effect before nationwide changes is made. 27 states with NIL laws have already been in place, multiple offers that are actively pursuing legislation. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Which
23,
one?
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 states have passed their laws out of 50.
Let's go. We need one more. Alaska. That's the one.
I said 30 out of 50.
Oh, my bad. I don't know. Okay. Who said it? Does it say? Does it give you a list?
Yeah, it gives me a list. And I mean, it's most of the ones that it's going to be the most prominent ones, no matter what. So, yes. Yes.
Like Texas,
Yes.
Kansas, Oregon.
Wait, hold on. Oh, actually, Kansas is not.
Bama. What about Bama?
Yes.
Texas,
Yes. Pat,
Carolina.
theirs passed in June, and it went in effect as of this month.
Oh, shit.
No, it's not.
Maybe we see, you know, Nike and Steve Sarkisian. Anyways, uh,
Players. This thing doesn't deal with coaches.
what about coaches? Yeah, no coaches.
Talk about players.
There you go.
They get
No,
coaches.
this is cool though.
Coaches
'Cause,
get paid enough.
okay. What
Um,
if Sarkeesian wants to start a
hold on,
Twitch channel?
hold on. Before we go ahead, California passed theirs in September of 2019, but it does not go into effect until January 1st of 2023.
I
I think that makes sense though. Before the fact, because it was still ongoing previously before it made officially here and all that stuff. So they probably had to do that to make sure they have a set thing. Though it kind of sucks though still.
Yeah, it kind of sucks for the players.
Yeah. So
No,
unless
it's
that
cool
might
though
get
because
it
I
gets
was
speeds up. Unless that get they'll probably get like speed up and change soon probably.
maybe they're like since we can actually do it now. Let's just do it this year.
Yeah.
No, it's cool though because I was on the TikTok and there was a video of a player from like 3 years ago that lost his full ride scholarship because apparently he was gaming on Twitch and making revenue from it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that kind of sucks because like they're not able to, do what they love both ways. Like, what
Well,
if
and it's the
you
same.
love playing football and yeah, you're a D1 athlete, but you like playing Call of Duty and you want to stream it and share it with the world? Like, I feel like you should be able to do that and also get paid from it. Like, I mean,
It's because it's also and
I
it's
feel like
also
you should do that.
that also happened to another player. He was just making videos on YouTube and everything and got money and got paid was getting paid for it and all that stuff and they told him to shut it down or they'll take away his stuff, his scholarship and all that stuff and everything, which he didn't and all that stuff and thus losing his scholarship and everything like that too. So it's like
Yeah,
it's
it
been a
really
long in
sucks.
all honesty, it's been a long time coming and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I think this helps out for them, especially now with the potential expansion of the playoffs coming soon, which we'll talk about a bit also, um, and all that stuff. And there's already been players getting like deals already. I think one player, I think it was Oklahoma. I could be wrong. Got a deal with Raising Canes, and everything.
that's dope.
And I'm like,
At least this sucks.
okay, and all that stuff. And then it's
Uh,
also like with EA Sports bringing back college football titles. Um, Players are most likely going to get paid. Are going to get paid off that for royalty fees and all that stuff too.
that's gonna
Um,
be dope.
that's going to be awesome to see and everything. Does it? But so, but other than that, it's just like it's been a long time coming. It's glad it's finally here and all and everything. And I wish nothing but hopefully this is the first step of making sure of where this goes and all that stuff on players getting paid. College football players, college athletes in general getting paid.
That one's kind of hard because I know there's some reasons for it. Well, you mean getting paid for the likeness or like just getting paid for the game?
For the likeness stuff.
Oh, okay.
They're not
Okay.
gonna.
Then yeah, no, I
I
agree
think
with you.
I like getting paid for games. That I don't. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I was like, I don't
And
know if I agree with it. We talked about. I was like,
no, that
no,
stuff.
yeah, for likeness, yeah,
That
they
stuff.
should come
Yeah,
show
that
the
stuff is
pay
like
for that.
is a little more tougher. I
Yeah,
believe and
because
all that
there's like
stuff.
certain reasons for it, and there's like valid reasons if they don't. But like for likenesses, of course they should get paid, and they
Yeah.
should be able to get paid if they want to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They should be getting paid if they want to start a Twitch channel. Like that should have been already a thing. But
Amongst other
mm,
things too, just other things in
yeah,
general,
amongst
not
other
just that.
ways. Yeah, because I know there's other ways for it. Like if they want to sign with Nike or something like that, right?
I don't think
Also,
that's gonna be a thing. I could be wrong on that,
oh, okay.
but I
I
think
can
more
see
of
it
the
happening now
but
that that's open.
I think more of the fact of what you're mentioning, like such as like YouTube, Twitch per se, and all that stuff, royalty
Yeah,
fees to being in video games, that one in particularly, and all that
because
stuff.
I know the clothing company that I follow and that I own a couple things from, Yee. Uh, it sounds weird to say that proper. I've never said that in a proper voice. Anyways, they have sports. I think it was Yee Sports, and supposedly they signed somebody. Like you said, Raising Cane signed somebody. Um, it's kind of cool to see these college athletes signed with
Yeah,
companies and promotions and stuff like that.
yeah, I think you're
I
gonna
think
see
that's
more
cool.
of like sponsorship style kind of deals, not like these big marketing deals that we see like with LeBron and all stuff like that kind of stuff. I think
Yeah.
it's things more sponsorship kind of things and everything like that, and like being able to show your face on certain things and all that stuff. Maybe I don't know.
Mm,
But it's a good thing and all that stuff. And it's like I said, it's a step in the right direction because we get to see of what. Because like, how else are we gonna figure this out if we don't start somewhere with it and all that stuff? Because
true.
there's always those people that don't agree with it and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like how are we gonna know
Yeah.
how we know if it's a bad thing if we don't know where this goes and all that stuff.
And also, I don't know why you wouldn't agree with this. Like, I understand like how some people like don't agree with the fact that they should be getting paid to play, but that this is a different story. This is should they be getting paid to use their likeness?
Yeah.
Which I mean, I feel like everybody has the should have the right to do.
Oh yeah.
Like to use your likeness is to use your likeness. Like I feel like you should be getting paid for that no matter what,
Yeah.
no matter who you are. So I mean, I completely agree with them.
Yeah.
Glad that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Glad that it's coming from.
And I think this benefits like especially players that don't have full on scholarships, trying to trying to get survive college life in general and all that stuff.
Definitely.
And, like this
It
is
definitely helps them.
it'll help them so much and everything like that with this. And it's I'm just glad that this is we're finally taking that first step for this. Um, speaking of the playoff though, as we mentioned, um, we are it looks like and hopefully we are seeing an expansion of the playoff of the college football playoff. As of right now, for people who don't know, it is a 4 team playoff, goes based off a ranking system and all that stuff by and it is by a committee of athletic directors and other people I don't remember right now at the top of my head and all that stuff. And lately there has been discussion in the last couple of years of wanting to expand it. Uh whether it be 6, 8, 16. For right now, we have a proposal that got just passed, and it looks like where it goes for 12 teams for this playoff for this playoff and everything. And from what the proposal portrays, what it brings, and all that stuff, it looks like this might be the best option for the playoff and what could be a good thing for them. Um, for this stuff, it's like again, it's already been proposed. The proposal has been approved. We don't have official. We don't have an official announcement of it going to 12 teams, but like as of right now, it looks like we're in that part of getting ready to set that up and hopefully on all that stuff. We're in there right now. It looks like we're seeing the step in the right direction for it. Um, once it's officially announced, if it goes officially announced, don't expect an immediate turnaround happening. Say like happening this year or next year, next season. Um, Couple years from now, hopefully, and everything like that. And there's also a lot of other things and also such as like TV deals and all that stuff and everything. Currently, the college football playoffs, in a TV deal with ESPN that ends in 2025. So with an option in 2023, I think, from what I heard and all that stuff. So going from what I'm gonna go off this thing. Uh, so yeah, as I mentioned, a while from now. Current systems locked in place for the 2021-22 seasons. Earliest the new system could take effect is in 2023. Uh, and all that stuff. Uh, though it can be delayed until 2026 because when ESPN's initial 12-year rights uh, that's when the initial it's a 12-year rights deal with ESPN. That's when it expires in that year. If the change happens sooner, the playoff can be renegotiated. Can be negotiated with a contract with ESPN exclusively. Um, by waiting until 2026, a playoff could ensure a network bidding war. So, TV side, there's some things there of hopefully of when this comes, um,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Let's see here. I'm trying to find the one thing that helps where I see it like this helps out a lot. Um,
Yeah.
I think this is how it goes. So how the proposed system will work, it's pretty much again 12 teams. The top 4 in the 12 get a bye and all that stuff, and then 5 through 12 play first and all that stuff. Um, Browser picks teams. The four-team system in the four-team system. The selections of the four teams is inconsequential. In the, I'm trying to find this because it's an interesting thing of what's going on of how it works. Uh, Sorry, I'm trying to find this thing and all that stuff because pretty much because like here's the thing about it. So based off, I think like top four goes based off conference champion and all that stuff, like the winningest and all that stuff out of them. The highest ranking conference champions and all that stuff too. Highest conference champion. So if you're like in the, give me a sec. Say if you're top four,
Big 12.
Big 10, SEC, Big 12, Pac 12, and all that stuff. Your seating will be placed. Say it's for Manny's sake. Say it's a Big 12 team that's number one, and they win their conference champion. They would still be the number one seed, and all that stuff. And like, say if it was like Oklahoma. I'm just
No, that wouldn't happen.
But I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's your 14. But you have to look. But the one thing about it though is like here's the thing. Say, that's what I was trying to say. So say your top four on the rankings list has Alabama, Ohio State, Texas, Notre Dame, and your fifth is Oregon from the Pac-12, and all that stuff. Notre Dame will not, when the playoff becomes final, Notre Dame will not be is not a top four team. It would be the other four I mentioned and all that stuff. Alabama, Texas, Clemson, and Oregon. I don't remember. I was trying to go from different conferences. That was my point about it, though. Yeah. Notre Dame wouldn't be a number 4 seed for the fact that it's not in a conference at all. It is an independent team, and all for that. Yeah. So they would be out of the top 4. They wouldn't make it in the top 4. Neither would Oregon. Huh?
I was like, neither would Oregon.
What do you mean?
4 different. Never mind.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Like, see, like, remember when
I know what you mean, but you were like, Notre Dame wouldn't go because independent, and I was like, Oregon wouldn't either because like, I don't think they'd make playoffs. Anyway, continue.
I'm trying to. I quit doing that when I'm trying to give an example here. I get Oregon's not Oregon.
I see. I just gotta fix up.
And all that stuff and everything like that. But
did you get Oregon? Isn't Oregon?
Oregon isn't the team it used to be back then.
No, they're Jersey though.
And all that stuff. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying Oregon because that's the only Pac-12 team that I still think was good.
Damn.
I mean, the Pac-12's been on a downturn.
Oh yeah, like.
And all that stuff. But no, so I'm saying Oregon, though they're the number 5 team, they're number 5 in the rankings, they would make it to number 4 and all that stuff because they're in a conference. They're in a conference and they won their conference title, championship game.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So and everything like that. So of course, everything else in the rankings, who's in that top 12, of course, will make the playoff and in the top 12 and all that stuff. And again, the top 4 will get a bye. This will play out till they play in, and then we have a. Now, is this make this more games? Of course. What they're saying is first round games will be played on home field teams based off seeding and all that stuff.
Okay.
And then of course,
say it again.
So first round games will go based off like high seed, wherever the home seed of the higher seed.
I thought you said C team. I thought you meant like whoever has the bigger arena. I was like, or whoever has the biggest stadium. I was like, what the hell?
So ranked 5 through 8 will be the home teams, and all that stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I got you.
That's what I was trying to say.
I thought you said C team, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and then the rest will be played in neutral sites, either using the bowl games that are currently there, like how they're currently using it and all that stuff, with the New York 5 and all that stuff, and rotating it, and then it goes on, and then of course we'll give a national title at the end of it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Manny, where are you at with this? And no, here's my question. Here's my question. Do you watch the college playoff?
In Texas is in it.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I only watch Texas. I just never like. Sometimes I watch Stanford. That's about it.
This is
I don't watch college anything. I watch Texas baseball, Texas football, Texas basketball sometimes. Uh, watch the Minnesota Golden Gophers play hockey, as well as the Michigan Spartans play hockey. That's all I watch in college. I'll watch every now and then. I'll watch a Rose Bowl. I'll watch, of course, I watch the Alamo Bowl. Um, every now and then, I'll watch a couple of different bowls. And then I will watch the championship game if I'm around. Like I didn't get to watch it, the last one, but the one before I did. Um, but it's not like a high priority. It's not like I have to be home. It's just kind of like, am I home? Yeah, all right, I'll watch it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much college football for me.
Thank you for watching the
Texas
podcast.
playing?
We
No,
hope you
it's
have
not. Then I'm not
we hope
watching.
you have a good time. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
I mean, you know,
What okay? What is your opinion on this new possible format?
I enjoy it. I think it's cool. Makes a lot of sense for me. Makes sense to me. Like it's not like a couple of years ago, like when the whole thing was kind of weird. Like I couldn't figure it out back then, and then
What?
like when they made it, how that they restructured it a couple of years ago. Well, it's been quite a while ago now, but
I mean,
remember when they restructured it? Like,
give me a second. The college
it was a
football
while
playoff.
ago.
The college football playoffs was established in 2014. What was changed since?
What before the 2014 when they were like kind of like it was kind of confusing.
It was the BCS when the top two teams in the rankings would play for the national title.
Yeah, and it was like kind of like now it's like getting a little better, and this just makes sense. So I'm glad about it. Makes sense. Like when I first heard, it, I was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. That like I'm not like mad about it. I'm not like I know I read some articles and people seem pretty mad about it. Don't know why, but
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. I
yeah,
understand
yeah, because they're most likely an Alabama or Clemson fan.
exactly,
Oh, that stuff.
or an Oklahoma fan.
Nah, not as much.
Oh, you sucks. Anyways,
Win the title. Then I'll probably put you in. I know they've made it. They've been in the playoff, but
can't do it.
they haven't
They
won it.
can't get over the hump. Can't get over the hump.
They haven't won it. They've been in the. They've been in it since. They've only been in it what the playoff 5 times. Since,
Yep,
and all that stuff.
but they've never been able to do
But
it.
they've never won it. I think they've been in a
They've
final, but they've
looked
never
at
won
the
it.
ring but never pulled it down.
And all that stuff. It's always been either Clemson or Alabama that wins it, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Uh,
That sucks.
most playoff, yeah. Yeah, well, the SEC has 4 championships. That's Alabama 3, LSU 1, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
Huh?
so dope.
So yeah, and then of course Clemson wins some. Other than that, Ohio State has won one also, if I remember correctly too,
Oh, okay.
and all that stuff. So it's like that. But the thing is, it's always those 3 teams, always in the playoff, and it rotates a lot. So it's like, yeah, pretty much. Especially in the last 4 years, it's always those same 3 teams,
Yeah.
same 4 teams. The only difference is like Alabama not being in it, and it's either and all that stuff. So since 2007, it has always been the same 4 teams, with the exception of Alabama in 2017 and 2019. Other than that, it's always Clemson, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Alabama.
Oklahoma can do it.
Awesome. What?
I said, and Oklahoma can never do it. It's just
Yeah, that's a totally different story in itself. I
hilarious.
could be wrong on that.
They're like the reverse Buccaneers, the reverse Patriots.
I feel like. Hold
What?
on. I feel like I'm getting that wrong.
They're like Toronto Maple Leafs
Oh yeah,
of the
never mind.
NHL.
I take back what I said. They have okay. They've always been in the playoff, but they have never made it to the final. Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, LSU, Alabama. Are your, is your
I think you like
champions?
that.
Are your champions? That and all that stuff.
My teacher was an LSU fan.
And all that stuff. That's the one thing.
Her
So
husband
it's
played
like
that
it's
sports.
and again. So it's like Ohio State, Oregon, 2014, 2015, 2016, Alabama, Clemson, 2017, Clemson, Alabama, 2018, which is the one I hate the most, Alabama, Georgia, 2019,
Because you hate Georgia. Why do you
Clem,
hate Georgia so much?
2020, 2019, Clemson, Alabama. I don't hate Georgia. I hate the fact that it was an all SEC final.
No, I know. I just because you said Alabama a couple times and you were like, I hate this one, Georgia. And I was like, why you
No,
hate Georgia?
I hate this
I
one
know why
as
you hate it.
what it is, or what the matchup.
Yeah.
Um,
Who are you going for in that one?
20. I don't care anymore. I didn't care. I gave up at that time. I gave up on the playoff.
Who do you go for?
No one. I just enjoyed the game
Okay.
and all that stuff. Clemson, Alabama, 2019. 2020, LSU, Clemson. 2021, just recently. Alabama, Ohio State. We need different teams. We need different teams.
Well, now that's Sarkeesian. I think Texas is going to make a move for it.
We'll see when rankings come out.
I mean, we got God, Sarkeesian, so they're good. They're good.
Because if you look at it, because like looking at the most recent rankings, this is from Ross Dillinger. He's a college football reporter for Sports Illustrated. Of course, your top four: Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, Oklahoma. Your top 5 through 12 was Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Florida, Cincinnati, Georgia, Iowa State, Indiana, Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina was undefeated that year.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, keep going. Keep going.
Oh my gosh! So you would have had Notre Dame play Coastal Carolina, Indiana play Texas A&M, Iowa State playing Florida, and then Georgia playing Cincinnati for your first round matchups. Um, for this brings up the fact of teams that are not in the Power Five conferences a chance to make it to a playoff, and possibly make a run at a title. Who knows?
Yeah.
And all that stuff. It gives the top 4 teams an extra time to recuperate and recover since they and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it gives us more games, like better other games to like interesting matchups and all that stuff. Like, I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
A Coastal Carolina in a final match against either Clemson or Alabama and all that stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
And
No, it does make sense for what you were saying.
And all that stuff. Like,
And I think it does help so that we get.
And we lost Manny for a good second because I don't know what the heck he was doing. Hopefully we get him back. But other than that, we're probably gonna end this because we're at the 3 hour mark and all that stuff. There he is.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, your screen went black, and then I didn't. Okay. Anyways, trying to see this is what. Okay. Anyways, no, it makes sense what you said. There's more diversity in the within the leagues, and you get these other teams more an easier chance, and that's why it's good. That's why it's good. I like it.
Okay.
Did I miss anything important when I was there?
No.
Oh, okay.
But we are gonna end the podcast here. We are nearly hitting 3 hours. Talk about a comeback.
Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a longer episode.
and all that stuff. Thank you again for being here this long with us. We will be back next week. Hopefully with no
Over.
difficulties and everything. Um,
So, Susan.
for those again, this is the No Name Podcast. You can catch us every Wednesday here at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and any other audio service. I'm Ricky, along with Manny, and we'll catch you later.